And when you knock us down, we're going to get up. And on the way up, we're going to bite a kneecap off.
Go ahead and say it, Ed. Go Tigers!
When I woke up this morning, I was feeling pretty dangerous.
You like that? You like that?
F it. Jamar's down there somewhere.
In the New Orleans Saints select Marcus Davenport.
No!
Splash Brothers. Yeah.
It's playoff. Keep going, Brace.
Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs.
If it doesn't fit, you must acquit.
What is up, guys? Dirty Boot Sports, and we are back with episode number 183. This is our Super Bowl recap episode. The Chiefs are champions. Taylor Swift is on top of the world. Again.
On top of Travis.
Allegedly,
Yeah.
maybe.
Ain't no allegedly.
Allegedly, they were doing it in the club
All the way
night.
in the club, all the way.
Singing to each other from across the club.
It was, yeah.
It did my heart wonders, man. I loved it.
While
Pretty
Jason
crazy.
was wearing a mask that he found on the floor of a club.
Heck yeah, he did.
Jason was also wearing Chiefs overalls.
Yes.
Yeah. With Big
He's
Yeti
played
on
for the
t-shirt.
Eagles for
He was
15
also
years.
wearing a
fanny pack.
no
I mean, a satchel.
Satchel.
Yeah.
Oh,
he went full Allen.
He's Jason.
he looked just like him.
Yeah.
He's Jason.
Oh, he did. Yeah.
That's him.
I love the Kelseys.
Yeah, I do too. I really do.
I love him so much.
I really
don't
do,
want
man.
to cheer for
I love
him.
Jason more than I do Travis.
I love Travis too.
I
though.
feel like if Jason came up here right now,
He would
he'd
shoot
do
the
the pod.
talk for
He would
an
just
hour.
shoot the bull with
Yeah,
us.
he'd do the
Yeah.
pod and we just have fun.
He just,
But I don't get the stuck up vibe from Travis like I thought I would, since he's a little bit more famous. You know, on that pod he seems genuine. You
yeah,
know?
but I don't know. I think Travis loves him. Travis.
Oh, 100%.
I love Jason because
I mean, we're talking about the guy who had
him and his
love show. Remember?
him and his wife are just down to earth people.
Yeah,
Like that's what I like about it. It's not all about me. It's just they're just living life and having fun.
Yeah.
Like Travis.
He got Taylor Swift.
Yeah, I mean Travis is.
he had a dating show.
It's all he had a dating show. It's all about me when it comes to Travis.
Yeah.
Even with Taylor, it's still about me. Like
Singing
That's
Viva La
okay.
Vegas on the stage. I loved it, man. I loved it. Did y'all see him at the parade today?
Yeah, dude wasn't even forming sentences.
He talked for like a minute and he said nothing.
I got nothing.
He
out
said
of
nothing.
No.
He was just talking.
Didn't even form a thought.
I'm just glad he dodged the bullets.
Yeah, terrible situation
Wow.
there.
That is horrible.
Unreal.
It's like up to 22 people.
20,
got
yeah,
shot.
like 20 people have been shot. 11 kids.
Have they
One
come out?
dead.
Two are dead
What
now.
was a purpose?
Two are dead.
Was there a certain group that they come out and said anything yet?
I saw a video of the shooters being tackled.
Oh, I didn't see that.
I haven't seen that.
One was already like detained by police, and the other one was running away, and civilians like tackled him.
Wow.
Just man, I could. It was a far away video, so you really couldn't see.
Somebody's
much, but-
camera actually caught it. That wasn't
Yeah,
actually
like it looked
video.
like they were like on top of a
uh-oh.
parking
Yeah.
garage,
Yeah.
and like they just saw people running.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty insane.
crazy.
I really don't know what could happen.
There's a lot of cities that do this kind of celebration. Kansas City would be the one city I wouldn't thought something like
No.
that.
Yeah,
happened
you
at.
wouldn't think there.
Crap, it ain't their first.
No.
No, that did it last year.
Two for the Chiefs.
It doesn't-
and
First off, why even throwing that big of a parade for back to back? I mean, I get it, back to back. First team do it in forever, but still, you know,
It's not like if Detroit would have won it or something.
No,
it's-
and then
yeah.
that besides the Chiefs, they had it for the Royals as well. Like this ain't their first
Speaking of
rodeo.
Royals, that new stadium. Did y'all see the
Dude,
pictures of it last night?
Beautiful.
Holy
if they do that.
crap.
I hope that gets approved.
Gorgeous.
It's beautiful. Because I
The
don't like
buildings
their
are
current
like
stadium.
rag. I mean, they're like unmade.
You don't like their
beautiful.
stadium now?
I don't like
I
it.
love the
I love the waterfall.
and I love the center field scoreboard with the crown on
I
top.
just the Braves played there last year, remember? And I
Yeah.
didn't like the vibe of it.
That's
That
because
new-
no one was there.
That new one was
didn't help.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it looks really nice.
And they got Bobby Witt Jr. on a long contract to
Real quick on
help him
baseball,
pay for that.
pitchers and catchers reported today, but also the Las Vegas A's don't know where they're playing baseball at this year. Still.
Might be going back to Oakland.
Yeah, like they don't know where they're playing at still. Cause
I don't think Vegas has ever signed off on it, or like the Vegas.
Did you not hear what the mayor said?
Yeah, the mayor, I don't think has ever like
they haven't
signed off,
passed the
right?
tax.
No. Did you not hear her interview? She's saying that they need to go back to Oakland.
Yeah,
And not because like she doesn't want it. Like it's hurting herself. She won't sit because where they're apparently building the park and stuff, she doesn't think it's going to be a good spot. It's a good location.
Where's
But
it
Oakland
at?
is.
It's going to be down there by all the other stuff, huh?
That's what I thought when I saw a picture
That's
of it.
what you would assume?
It's just wide open land. There's nothing around it.
I was already skeptical of them playing in a AAA stadium anyways, in Vegas, in the desert.
Talking about for this season?
Yes, in like June and July. Like, that's sketchy in itself because I think they're going to have to play like a lot of day games too. And I was already worried people were going to die of heat stroke or something.
New stadium outdoors too? Or was it?
Probably.
Yeah, it would be, but they would have night games. This one, I don't think they're going to be allowed to have night games.
Because they're
or
having
something.
to play the AAA teams have to play their schedule too.
I think that's what it was. I can't remember exactly.
Yeah, that's a
but
headache.
it was
Does
something.
UNLV not have a baseball field?
It was
I
something
mean,
to
you
do
would
with
think.
that. It was something to do with that. I can't remember what it was.
I'm probably not big though, stand wise.
Yeah, but that could
I bet
host
they don't have a
that could
baseball
host
team.
the AAA.
Yeah, I'll have to look that
Where
up.
did
Well,
Bryce
yeah,
Harper
yeah.
play at? He played somewhere out in
He
Vegas.
played in a wooden bat D3 school.
Yeah.
I'm being dead
I
serious.
know. He was in, I know he was in Las Vegas.
Yeah. He went to a D3 or a JUCO or something just so he could play with a wooden bat a year early, just to show everybody what he has.
That worked out
Worked
well.
out pretty well.
Yeah, I mean,
Can that host the A's?
Yeah.
Worked out.
Yeah,
Bryce might go.
good decision.
I will pack his bags. I hate flying. I'll get on an airplane tomorrow,
Take
and
him
I'll
to
go
Vegas?
help him. Yes,
Hey,
I'll
got to
I'll
go to his
show him
hometown.
around. I'll bathe his feet. I'll kiss his feet. Whatever
For
it takes.
baseball, that would actually probably be an awesome move for baseball.
It probably would be.
Harper in Vegas.
Harper in Vegas.
Yeah.
Yep.
That would be.
He would sell jerseys.
That would
So,
sell some.
Back
Yeah.
to the Royals, they did a good. They extended Bobby Witt Jr. for
Yeah.
about 8 years or
I
something.
saw that. It
Like
was like a 7-year, 8-year deal. I saw on the bottom line.
He
Big
really
deal.
turned it around last year. He's finally starting to click for him, so that's good.
Hmm.
Shout out Georges Niang.
Back to football.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I mean the Chiefs. They did it. I don't think it was ever. It never really felt in doubt.
After the third quarter,
After the muff punt.
yeah.
Oh, after the muff
that,
punt,
It was
it was
over.
a dagger.
third
yeah.
quarter, I was like, okay.
But like
ball game.
even that mid-second quarter where the Chiefs have had nothing going on offense,
It
the
felt
Niners were just like
they just never pulled away.
the Niners were a play away, but they could never have that play.
It felt a little in doubt when Mahomes come out at halftime through that pick. I was
Yes.
like, "Ooh."
I think
this,
that's when I texted ball
this,
game.
This might be. Yeah, you did.
Was that the
Yeah.
opening drive?
The opening drive of the second half?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, because I was thinking, because when they
They had that field goal.
They
got
had
it
the field
down
goal.
to 10-3, I believe. At half.
and they get the ball second half, I'm like, okay, this is
Yeah.
over. You know, I mean, this is the momentum, and he throws that pick. I'm like, okay, this might be because they make it 17-3 right here. This is a whole different game.
Yeah.
This is because they're not.
couldn't do it.
They hadn't moved the ball the whole game,
No.
and then all of a sudden, could not finish.
I'm trying to pull up the.
The muff punt
Play by
was
play.
so bad.
Muff punt
Not
was
really
a
the
game
muff
changer.
punt. It bounced off the dude's foot. The dude didn't muff it. It was just a fun. I guess it goes on
It
statistic.
It almost looked like it hit the blocker in front of him.
It did.
It did.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's
It
the
did.
only reason he went down.
That's why I
for
said it's not a muff punt. That's the only reason he dove
it.
for
I mean,
it.
he just had to go recover.
Yeah, because the people I was watching with, he's like, "Why did he go dive for it?" I said, "Because it was live.
Yeah.
Bounced
He
off that
saw
dude's
it.
leg,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, third play of the half.
Yeah.
that's
That just felt like it was going to be like, okay.
yeah.
But that was
Pick, and
also
it was
because
returned to the Kansas City 44.
Yeah.
and they went 3 and out and punted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's also because the first half, what did the Niners do so well? They dominated them up front.
Both
Over-
sides.
Dominated.
Both sides of the
And
line of
they
scrimmage.
kept saying it on the broadcast that they're just dominating the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball because they were over and over
Dominating.
Getting
and
destroyed.
over. It was embarrassing.
Armstead was a animal in that
Yeah.
game with the torn meniscus.
Yeah, and not knowing what the overtime rules were, but he looked really.
No,
good.
he watched the. He said he read off the jumbotron.
That's right. He learned it.
Yeah,
He
during
learned
during
it
commercial
the
break.
commercial break.
Yeah, he read it off the jumbotron.
Oh, we're going to overtime.
Big
The
font.
Super Bowl.
Big font up there for him. Yeah.
Two biggest things though, the punt, and then the second thing,
Extra.
Christian McCaffrey touching the ball 3 times in the third quarter.
That doesn't make sense.
How do you do that?
Yet he still ended up with 27 touches.
He had 160 total yards.
28
yeah.
touches. No, my bad. 30 touches. 22 carries, 8 receptions.
And that was Dan Orlovsky's defense on first take. He was like, he still had 60 and 60. He had 20-something rushes. And then Shannon Sharp was like, not enough.
Yeah,
not enough.
He touched the
There
ball.
is not enough.
He touched the ball 30 times for 160 yards and a touchdown.
Not enough.
It didn't feel like enough.
I don't want him walking off that field after that game because he ran the balls that much.
No,
Like,
you know he wants the ball. It's his first Super Bowl.
You finally got McCaffrey to stay healthy the whole season for the big game, and you don't use him?
And he was effective in both the passing and the run game.
They weren't stopping him.
There were a good bit of runs where he only got 1 to 2 yards, maybe line of scrimmage.
Give it to him.
Yeah, but
then you have 8 catches for 80 yards on 8 targets.
Yeah.
So every time they threw the ball to him, he caught it.
Oh yeah, because it was a check down. He's wide open.
Well, 100%.
There was one or two that was.
He
past
threw
the line
one
of
about 3
scrimmage.
yards past the line of scrimmage. It's okay.
Longest rush though, 11 yards.
Yeah, that's shocking. That's
Yeah,
shocking.
That's pretty crazy. So if you take that out, it drops to 21 carries for 69 yards. Which was
Still.
that yards per carry? Less than 2.
3.
But when you're facing a secondary like that, I don't care if he's only getting a couple yards. You can at least the play action is going to help you on that against that secondary.
That's what opens up them crossing routes to Ayuk and Debo.
Yes.
I mean, you saw
And-
Ayuk numerous times be open on a crossing
Yeah,
route.
McCaffrey touched the ball 30 times. Why did George Kittle just not play? I don't
Why
understand
hasn't George
that,
Kittle
man.
played for the
All
past
year.
month?
Yeah, he ain't been. He ain't
But
playing all year.
the dude's a freak.
Yeah. I mean, it's been all playoffs.
And I listened to an interview with him on Pardon My Take, and he wanted the ball. Like he was talking about his touchdown celebration he was going to do if he got in the end zone. Like he was excited for this moment, and there was so much talk about Kittle, especially because the last time they played the Chiefs and lost in the Super Bowl, he had that moment where he was like, "I'll be back. We're gonna get back here." Everybody was like, "Oh, it's gonna be Kittle. They're gonna get the ball to Kittle." He's like, when he catches that ball, he don't go down immediately. He never does.
No.
I mean, crap. The one of the catches he had, he got that first down, and no one even know how.
He had the same number of catches as Kyle Juszczyk.
Yes,
That's all you got to know.
and he had the same number of catches as Ray McLeod and Chris Conley combined.
And he was out-targeted by Jawan third down Jennings.
That's right. Three targets for 2 catches and 4 yards for the second best tight end in football.
Yeah.
Like a guy that we were
Inexcusable.
like we were very close to ranking in our top 10 of the game. Like it does not make sense. And
Would have been
honestly,
if
even with Ayuk only 3 catches, but with him you had Snead, you had McDuffie on him, so like you kind of understood that. Same with Debo, like 3 catches for 33 yards. Didn't really get any screens going with him.
Debo has. I don't feel like Debo's the same Debo he was a couple years ago.
He might not have been ever fully healthy from that injury.
I don't think he.
Because he got hurt against the Packers.
That did
Yeah.
not feel like Debo Sunday.
It doesn't.
Like, not just like his play, but their usage of him was
No.
very
No.
strange.
They never threw him a screen pass. Like,
no, they threw McCaffrey the screen.
I think back to
Did he ever get a sweep or anything?
he had 3
he-
rushes,
no,
but
he just
they
straight
lined
up
him up in
ran
the
out of the
back.
backfield.
It was literally up the
Yeah,
yeah.
they did
where,
like a little
and
toss
everyone
dive.
knew what was happening there.
Yes.
But like I think back to the Eagles game where they dominated the Eagles in Philly, and they threw Debo a screen pass and he took it 60 yards, and like broke every tackle, just ran.
That's
like,
what he can do.
Get the ball
well.
to this dude outside and tell him go.
I mean, you have with McCaffrey and Debo and Kittle, you have literally every weapon you want to not throw against their 2 best corners.
Yes.
Like those are the guys
That's
that they're
what-
going.
Yeah, Ayuk 3 for 49, understandable.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
you had Snead, you had McDuffie.
Exactly.
But Debo ain't that guy. Like Debo was lining
He's
up
not an
everywhere
outside
else.
receiver
No.
number guy. Like
And even if he is,
He's a gadget
it's
guy.
going to be a screen pass to where you can get that ball to him, and then he's going to force a tackle. Like
Yes.
he's going to force them to miss. It's frustrating. It really is. Like I think his catch line was over 4.5. I thought that was the easiest bet of all time. I bet that in like 3 different parlays because I knew they were just going to get Debo the ball. They're going to do these short little passes, get the guys involved, let them get going.
11
They didn't.
targets. That's insane.
Oh, did not
3
realize that.
catches for 11 on 11 targets.
Did not realize that. That's crazy. Another thing, though,
Brock did miss him twice in the end zone, wide open.
Brock had two deep throws
Brock
that
can't
didn't
throw
hit.
the deep ball.
He had 2 deep
I
throws
learned
that
that
didn't
Sunday.
hit. But, I mean, I think we kind of talked about Purdy's legs being such a factor against
He didn't
Detroit.
run the thing.
Didn't really do anything. 3 carries for 12 yards.
Hey, that right side of the line didn't give him much time to
Yeah.
get out of there. They got destroyed.
Especially the right
over
guard.
there.
He was getting whipped by Chris Jones.
Yes.
Every play.
I mean, I think even Chris Jones said one of the plays that he broke up on a third down or something, he's like, I don't even think they realized I was there. Like
I think that was an overtime.
Was the overtime one?
Overtime because he just came through the line.
Yeah, he wasn't even touched.
Like, it looked like they were setting up a screen.
And man, every time that the Chiefs needed a stop,
he was there.
He was there, and Spags drew up the most perfect disguised blitz
that
you could think
McDuffie
of, man.
blitz. He sent his best
third
corner.
and four, like game on the line.
He sent his best quarter on a blitz to the B gap.
It was
you don't see
like
that.
it was just the most perfectly schemed up plays every time they needed it. Like I'm pretty sure it was 3rd and 4 with if the Niners get this, they're going to win the game, right?
Yeah, I think that's when they held him to a field goal.
Yeah, 3rd and 5 right here. 2 minutes left on the Kansas City 35, and yeah, incomplete pass. Trent McDuffie breaks it up.
Yeah,
and then that gives Kansas City a minute 53, which is like giving Mahomes a full
whole quarter.
Yeah,
that's an eternity.
Yeah, that's the
I
entire
think they had
game.
a couple
for
timeouts just for fun too.
Yeah, like it was too easy. It was too easy. And did y'all see the stat I sent about Mahomes? There's been like 125 what the NFL considers clutch drives.
Yeah, that was dumb.
Since like 2000, and it's like under 1 minute, maybe one timeout or something, and you're down by 4. No, you're down by 7 or less points, and Mahomes is 7 for 7 in tying up the game or winning. Drew Brees is like 3 for 8. Brady's like 4 for 10. Like,
yeah.
And Mahomes is 7 for 7. He's
so calm.
It is like I saw the Saints.
He's always doing that.
Yeah,
he's like back in the huddle. Back in the huddle.
I saw the Saints jersey at it. And,
I can't help but admire him, man.
I'm like, I can't even imagine.
I'm glad we didn't get him.
I can't even imagine what it would be like to have this dude on my team. Where like every time he gets the ball, you know, he's gonna go down there. Like, he's gonna go do it.
He was going to be on there.
Yeah, but even with Drew, did it ever feel that confident? Like
Peyton's still here, right? If
God,
we draft him,
absolutely, yes.
See, like obviously Andy has helped him out tremendously, obviously.
Yeah.
But I think Sean could have done the same thing.
Oh, easily.
Definitely.
And he's in a freaking dome.
Yeah.
He's playing 10
we were in cap hell, so we can always have that.
He's playing 10 games in the dome.
Yeah. So
but you're not
lie to ourselves.
But you're not in cap hell with him.
But let's just lie to ourselves and say we couldn't have done anything.
I wish they would have never even said that they were going to get him.
Yes.
I wish they had just kept that
that
in-house.
That's like,
don't tell me that.
That's like if you go ask a chick out and then you find out that this super hot model that you are like in love with
actually
is like
was waiting on you to ask.
Yeah.
And you asked the other girl because you thought that your chances were better.
It's like a year down the road, you're kind of engaged and you're about to get married. You're like, wow, well, I really screwed that up, didn't I? You know?
Yeah.
Not speaking from life experiences or anything.
No.
That's just like, that's kind of what it is. The belle of the ball really wanted you.
There's never a time. There's never a time when he can't do it.
No,
that's what I've come to believe.
I mean,
I can't think of a situation you can put him in where I'm like,
13 seconds.
They're gonna stop him. Like
13 seconds. He went 40 yards.
13 seconds.
Yeah.
Like he's one of one.
Just wait until they get him access from receivers.
Yes,
that's the thing.
Surely they're just going to draft receiver heavy this draft, right?
You would think their defense.
What
is
else
set.
do they need?
Rice is good. Rice is there.
Rice is solid.
He made some big plays.
Yeah.
Kelsey's good. He's coming back.
What's his name? Gone, right?
Kelsey.
Tony?
Yeah.
Kelsey
Tony's
said on the
gone.
pod he's
There's
leaving
no
when
way.
Andy leaves.
Kelsey did?
He said whenever Big Red goes, I go.
And that's
he said, I can't play for another coach.
That's when Pat comes to New Orleans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's when we trade up. We give him Derek Carr and 17 first-round draft picks.
Give you Mike Thomas. You want a receiver? We got Mike Thomas.
I'll give him a decade of first.
He hasn't played in 5 years, but hey,
Decade of first.
Oh, I will.
He's worth at least 7.
I'll give him a decade of first right now.
He's worth probably the next 3 complete drafts for us.
Well, can you like do an agreement of we'll give you a first-round pick every year that he plays for us? Like
we have an unprecedented trade this year.
Yeah, like a player to be named later, but it's a first-round pick to be named later. Like that would.
I'll take it.
Yeah,
I'd do it
who needs a first-round pick whenever you have Mahomes?
You don't.
Like
Look at Kansas City. How many times they buffed their first round picks with him? Like,
it's insane, man. It really is. And just the Chiefs overall in that game, it was they're the dynasty. Like they're the guys you got to go and beat now. Like everything happened. Pacheco, not a great game. Probably his worst game of his career. Fumbled I think for the first time all year.
He looked like a rookie.
Yeah, he looked like he could be stopped.
Or
San
a
Fran
second-year
defense.
player.
San Fran defense played good. It really did. Travis Kelce he had one catch in the first half for 1 yard.
Until they went prevent.
Who was guarding him in the first half?
Fred Warner.
Was it Warner?
Warner was all over him.
I didn't know if it was him or Greenlaw.
No, Greenlaw was freaking Achilles.
That's the thing. I didn't know if the switch flipped whenever Greenlaw got hurt.
That video of hearing Fred Warner holler when it happened, like that hurt me, man.
It hurt me watching it from home. Like that was
Shanahan's
insane,
like,
man.
Did Dre just get hurt running on the field?
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Like that.
And I didn't know his story. I didn't know his growing up story.
Is it rough? He went to South Carolina, right?
No,
that's not him.
He went to Arkansas
Who
State.
am I thinking?
But he went somewhere small.
He started out. Hold on. Yeah, Arkansas State. His coach, his junior high coach, high school coach.
Oh, he ended up graduating from Arkansas.
Yeah, he trained. Oh, that's right. He committed to Arkansas because he wasn't a thing yet, and all of a sudden he burst out on the seams, and Arkansas offered him. He didn't have a family. Like he had no
group homes. Yeah.
Yeah, and then the group home that he was in shut down, and so
He met his defensive coach at Fayetteville.
he brought
High
him in.
School.
Wow.
And they've raised him.
So it's blindside.
Basically, yeah.
Pretty much.
It really is, yeah.
Yeah. He started at cornerback, recording 53 tackles, 2 forced fumbles, 5 pass breakups,
And then moved to
interception.
safety, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
7A feels a little bit excessive for Arkansas.
It does.
Football.
It does.
They
Also,
do
him
have
playing in the
7A.
2011 state championship don't feel right. It feels like he's only 26 years old.
Crap, he's younger than me. How did he play in the 2011? He must have been a
he's
freaking
playing,
freshman.
playing for a Fayetteville high school team that won the 2011 state championship.
Okay.
I went, but no, then his sophomore season, he was 2012. My God.
He should be a year
Well,
younger
yeah,
than
I
me
guess
then.
he could be.
He's a year younger than me. He's got that
was-
late birthday.
Yeah,
than me.
he was 14.
I saw pictures of with a family or whatever. And it was
Yeah.
really cool, man. It was.
Yeah, that. I had no rooting interest for the Niners, but that sucked.
Oh, that
Yeah,
that
I
hurt
hated
me
that.
when I saw that, man.
You don't want that to happen. You know, you want best on
Now,
best.
it was like
Like,
Odell.
he was
It
ready.
was like
He-
Odell getting hurt.
He was jumping up and down, and he took that one step, and bro, it went out.
Yeah. I mean, Odell getting hurt in it with the Rams. Like,
Yeah.
everything that he'd been through for like 2 or 3 years and playing good football, scored in the freaking Super Bowl, and then boom, leg gone.
Mm-hmm.
Like that sucked.
But
But
it's like McAfee was talking about it, and the other guys on his pod were like, is there anything you can ever tell, like, it's feeling like looser, like you might be at risk? He's like,
There's no signs.
He's like, there's no sign of that at
Yeah.
all. And he's like, but I'll tell you this, if it wouldn't happen right there, it probably was going to happen on the next couple plays.
Yeah, it wasn't
Because I mean, it's
just-
only a matter of time
Mhm.
something like that happens. But
Right.
if it was so, I guess, like ready to pop that it happened right then it definitely would have on the field.
I could just hear Fred Warner just hollering, "No!" Like, I mean, it hurt him more than anything.
yeah, that was pretty terrible.
And did y'all see the statistics of him versus his backup?
Yeah, the backup
yeah.
was abused.
He
in
was like
coverage.
8
Yeah.
for 8.
Yeah,
Like, that-
perfect passer rating. I believe.
Yes, like unbelievable. I mean, that was the first thing Mahomes said. Greenwald's hurt.
Yeah,
Like he saw it over there. I mean, he's like, and that changed everything for them.
it did. Kelsey 9 catches, 93 yards. I mean, 1 yard in the first half on 1 catch. So most of that, very big
Well,
at the end. That last
25-yard
drive.
catch or
that
so.
I
there.
thought they were about to score a touchdown.
Yeah.
Like I thought it was
Yeah.
about to be ended. Mecole Hardman, big play at the very beginning of the game. The only time the really Chiefs showed life for the first half, and then obviously the game-winning touchdown. Very cool that happened to him. Of all people, like someone that has been through it with the Chiefs, even though he did go to the Jets this year, but like you still
He's
just
a Chief.
Yeah, you feel Mecole Hardman is a Chief. Like he's going to be on this team next year as like the 4 or 5, just because.
Did you see
he's
him
Mecole.
on Kimmel or Fallon?
Yes.
I can't remember what it was. They were talking about the play, and they're like, so you hear the play call, and then what tells you the ball's coming to you? He said, Tom and Jerry. And I was like, okay, that's interesting. That's the trigger word for him, you know. And so whoever it was like, so are you the first option there? He said, no, I'm the second option. The running back's the first option. And they're like, well, we didn't see the running back. He said, yeah, thanks to Nick Bosa. He said, and then I saw the running back get hit by Nick Bosa, and I said, oh, here we go.
And he didn't know it was for the Super Bowl.
No,
he thought the game was still going.
Yeah,
he caught the ball.
He didn't even know the rules.
That's right. He said he blacked out. He said he blacked out when he caught it.
Mahomes ran up to him, and Mahomes was like, he wasn't celebrating. He said, I told him, we just won the Super Bowl. And he's like, what?
Yeah.
He said, I blacked out when I caught that football.
Can you imagine that feeling, though? Like,
it's a good thing he didn't know, probably.
Yeah.
It was a weird ending. Like when he caught it, I knew
well, it's because the clock.
The clock.
It's the dang
there wasn't
clock.
a freaking clock there.
That was very weird.
Nobody understands why there's a clock, by the way.
Except apparently Bill.
Bill's got it figured out. I mean, that's the obvious
rules
thing.
expert.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't. It's a dumb to have the clock. It really is.
Like somebody said, I think it was on McAfee. He was like, the NFL probably also didn't expect the first time this to happen to have an 8-minute drive to open up the overtime period, then followed by a 7-minute drive.
Yes. Yeah.
He's like, probably never expected that to happen. So.
And yeah, Chiefs 13-play drive, Taylor Swift to win it.
Of course. Freaking course. Dude, I thought Kelsey was getting in on that little check down to him.
The little
around,
shovel
like,
pass.
the 5.
Yeah.
Dude, I just knew. I was like, God loves football. He needs to
Dude,
make this happen.
He would have freaked out. He would have thrown that ball to Taylor in the
Dude,
suites.
they would have left the camera on her for probably like 2 minutes, and I've been perfectly okay with it. She might have took her shirt off or something. There ain't no telling what would have happened.
Blake Lively.
She can take her shirt off.
Blake Lively, yeah.
How about Blake Lively?
She looks the same way she did in Accepted whenever that came out.
2006.
15 years ago.
Yeah. Shout out Blake Lively. But yeah, the whole ending of the game, it just didn't feel right. Just because
I wouldn't say it felt anticlimactic.
No, because you felt the moment.
I don't think Jim and Tony knew it was over.
No, it's just I think everybody
even the call wasn't.
They probably had
you
people in their ears telling them, "Okay, it's not over right here, so don't say the game's over." They probably had people coaching them up still.
Oh, and Jim had his
Jim had a good call.
He had his line ready.
Oh, he had that written down
jackpot,
somewhere.
Kansas City.
Yeah.
Well, and people were kind of bashing Tony because they apparently
he started describing the play after, and they wanted.
I was okay with that.
They wanted because he was like,
I
"You
was
see this
perfectly
motion
fine with
here?
it.
You see this motion here?" And that's Andy Reid special.
What else was Jim gonna say? Jim had his call.
I think they kind
Jim
of
ain't
wanted.
giving no color.
They wanted just
I think
silence,
they wanted
just
silence.
let the moment happen.
Yeah, kind of like a World Series where. Like,
But the players were reacting so weirdly. Like, I mean, Patrick just started running, and nobody was following him.
Yeah, it was all unknown. I don't think they knew they could storm the field.
Well, and when's the last time we had a
was one of the
on the last play? James White for the Patriots.
That's
whenever
it.
the overtime against the Falcons.
Can't think of
That's
another
it.
one.
Brady taking the knee. That's about it.
Then a Terry field goal. I think that was a buzzer beater in like 04 or something, right?
Was Marshall stopped the last play?
No, because the Patriots had to take a knee on like the one.
Okay, and then the Butler pick.
Yeah, that Patriots had to go take a knee after Butler got the pick.
Okay.
Because there was like
because he returned it to the one somehow. Whenever he
called the thing on the goal line. Yeah, he fell to the one,
and everybody's like, "Oh my God, they might
could get a safety." Yeah.
So White might have been the last one.
That one, and then I think Vinatieri had a game winning.
Vinny did.
That was like 2001, 2002.
It's one of them.
But I mean, yeah. Besides that, and really, there ain't been too many like. What was that? 2012, the second Giants-Patriots Super Bowl. There was a Hail Mary attempt from the Patriots because Gronk almost caught it in the back of the end zone off of a tip. Aaron Hernandez was out there as well.
Yeah. What did think if he would have caught that? If he would have caught that, like, could they even promote that or talk about that anymore?
Who, Hernandez?
Yeah.
If he would have caught the game winner.
Yeah. Like a historic Hail Mary game winner play, and then 15 years
Ring
later,
gets
you
taken
can't
from
talk
him. Ring gets taken from Brady.
Posthumously.
I hope he did some Hail Marys before he got.
He needed a lot of them. I think we all know where he's at.
He caught a couple.
Yeah.
We know where his butt's
But
at.
yeah, that was.
What did Tony say? He says, what did he say about Michael?
Michael who?
Jordan. He said,
Oh,
here's your Michael.
Oh yeah,
or he is Michael.
He compared Mahomes to Michael Jordan. I'm like, whoa, now
We're not there yet.
We're not there yet, guys.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I think we're heading there.
We're heading that direction, but
Yeah.
he still has to stay healthy for another good 7-8
Decade.
years. Yeah, I
I
mean,
mean, he's only 28.
'cause that's the thing. I don't know if his style of play is going to last when he gets in his late 30s. Like
Well, we know he has the arm talent.
he has the arm talent, but I don't. He's
The
not going to just.
scrambling ability?
Yeah, the scrambling ability. He takes that away from him. He's not the same player.
yeah, and he doesn't really do that during the season though. So maybe if he just keeps holding it
But
off,
not even scrambling, like
just scrambling around the pocket.
in the pocket. I mean, that's where his gold's at. And let's be honest. I mean, he's not just the Brady freak of health.
No,
Like he's not doing that kind of stuff. So, I mean, I just
he's
don't.
got a beer gut.
Yes,
Yeah.
I mean, so I don't know. Like, I don't know how long. And I guess that's the question: is what is it going to take to him to achieve the beating the GOAT?
Yeah, like I mean, I'm seeing people right now say it's got to be 8 rings because Tom. It was always he has to pass Montana,
That's right. That's right.
which Montana had 5.
yes.
So yeah, so Brady doubled. He went 2 past him.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to take.
And
8.
then in the end, Brady beat Mahomes.
Yeah.
To get that 7.
Well, he beat
and that
Mahomes.
could haunt him.
Beat Mahomes in the conference championship to get number
6.
6, and then beat Mahomes head to head in the Super Bowl.
That's gonna hold him.
Yeah,
I
there was
think.
never a Brady versus Montana
No.
or Brady versus Breeze even.
You also got to look
Never
at that
had
as
that.
him at the beginning of this, though. You know,
Yeah, but
It was.
I didn't realize Brady had 3 by 7 years. 7th year.
well, he won 3 and 4, didn't he? 3 out of 4 years, didn't he win?
He won his rookie year, I'm pretty sure, right?
Well, yeah, that's when he took over for Drew Bledsoe.
Drew Bledsoe. But like everybody kept saying, well, it's because of how fast Mahomes did. Well, him and Brady they got the same amount of rings at the same
Yeah.
amount of time. Like you don't think that,
No,
because
it's
we
so
thought
long.
we saw so much Brady
Billy Donovan
from
looks old.
2010 to afterwards.
It would be interesting to see if there's going to be those gaps like Brady had.
because
Brady was, what, 01, 02, 04?
yes,
Or was it
And then-
01, 03, 04? Something like that.
010304
And then his next one was
team
9?
07 was the perfect year they lost.
It was 9 because there for a while it was always the Bama.
It wasn't 9.
It was the Bama.
No, because 9
Brady.
was Steelers
Was
and
it
then
10?
Saints. 9 was Steelers.
Well,
Saints
technically
was 10.
ours is qualified as
9-10.
9-10, but
So
it's
they were 10-11.
10-11.
Or was 10-11 when they lost to the Giants again?
Well,
Just look it up.
I think it was 10-11 because they did the Bama Patriots thing. Remember, Bama won the
road,
national championship, and Bama won it in 11.
Romo's call was, well, I done freaking forgot it. He's the best. He's the standard. Michael Jordan wins another one. I think that's what he
Oh,
said.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Ooh.
All right, so it was 01, 03, 04. Then he didn't win again until 14.
Wow.
He went a decade. He made it in 7, which was the perfect season to the Giants.
And then the injury.
And then he made it to 2010, which is also the Giants.
Where's the injury at? Is it after
That was
2010?
2008. No, it was perfect year and then injury.
Okay.
And then, 2010. So year after the Saints, they made it to the Giants, and the Giants beat them again. Didn't win it again until 2014, which was Malcolm Butler, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so crappy. Bout didn't get it then. So he went.
I guess that's kind of the point too. Like, it's hard
It is.
to win these things.
And the way that we've been looking at Mahomes now and before the Super Bowl, it was kind of like, who can stop him? Or like, it's going to take an injury to stop him. Brady was stopped for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years. And one of them was injury. So are we going to see that big of a gap? My bad. That's 10 years. I think I miscounted.
Oh,
no, that's 9. That's 9. Are we going to see that big of a gap with Mahomes?
You could, but I don't think Mahomes can afford that gap because he's 28 now.
And you've got the Reed and Kelsey effect.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what Will Compton said. Will Compton said you can't call him the GOAT till he wins without Andy Reid.
I say you can't call him the GOAT till he wins without Kelsey.
Yeah, I mean
that's the one I keep
gonna
saying.
happen soon.
I said that in a group message. I'm like, I kind of want to see him win without Kelsey because That's the one that's always there with him at every one of them. He's had receivers from everywhere. Yeah, I mean.
Well, he did one with Kelsey and Tyreek. Now he's done 2 without Tyreek. Now it's Kelsey.
Yeah, it's Kelsey. I mean,
and
Kelsey's.
And then it's Andy. But if they got at the same time.
That's what helped Brady when he won the one without Bill.
Yeah.
Solidified it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And can I say this, speaking of that, can I not call Andy the GOAT before I can call Bill the GOAT? Andy's proved it at 2 places.
Yeah.
Bill has only proved it at 1 place with 1 quarterback. Andy didn't win a Super Bowl at Philly, but he was competing for Super Bowls at Philly.
Yeah.
Like, to me, that's a lot more impressive than what Bill's done.
What other coaches have done multiple? Bill Walsh. Like all them guys were same place, right?
I don't know if I can think of one right now.
That'd be hard to think of.
Let's see.
Because I mean, Andy, like Bill, got fired at Cleveland.
There might not have ever been a coach to win a Super Bowl at multiple places.
Has to be.
It's back in the day.
It had to be somebody old. I can't think of nobody around these days.
Not in the last 30 years.
Yeah, not as long as I've been alive for sure. Tony Dungy? Was he the head coach in Tampa Bay?
No.
Gruden was.
Gruden
coached
was.
for Gruden.
How many head coaches have won Super Bowls with 2 different teams? It has never happened? 1 year ago? That's not true. Oh, he never won it with Philly.
No, he never won it.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. He competed.
Yeah,
he competed.
So to take the team
he
to
went.
the Super Bowl.
He went to the Super Bowl.
Yes.
Won some NFC championships. Like Bill never did that.
So yeah, there's never been a team to take to win Super Bowls with 2 different teams.
Never been a coach.
Well, there's been a couple that have done it. Don Shula made it twice.
Coordinator or something. Or he's taken on but not done it.
The Andy Reid.
Okay.
So Don Shula, Dick Vermeil, Andy Reid, Bill Parcells. Is that it? Mike Holmgren. What a pull.
Didn't even recognize him.
So, I mean, only 5 of them to even go to multiple places and achieve that level of success.
Yeah.
Which might be another thing of why Belichick still wants to coach. Maybe that's still another thing. Like,
he's got an ego.
Yeah. Oh, and you know that he has that drive in him where he's like, I want to check every box.
Yeah.
Like he wants that. Like as much of a football guy as he is, like, he wants that, and he saw it firsthand with Brady how much of a impact on his legacy that was.
Huge.
Which it's very interesting to see that, like, Brady had to leave and kind of like leave to get that other one. While you look at basketball, MJ did it all with the Bulls, and like it was
apparently that's
praised.
Yeah, it's respected.
Kobe did it. Steph's doing it. Like everyone's praising them guys for doing it, while LeBron has done it with 3, and it's kind of like it would have been better if you'd have done it with 1.
It's always, in my opinion, impressive when you do it in multiple places.
Yeah. Especially football, because
football it's hard.
Football coaches
it's hard,
matter
man.
more. No offense to basketball and baseball, but coaches matter way more and have a way bigger impact on the game in football than any other sport, probably combined.
Yeah, it's another thing we talked about with Phil Jackson. Back when we talked about Saban and just like the greatness of a coach, Phil Jackson dominated it with the Bulls and then just went and did it again in L.A.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and Saban, that's one of the guys that's done it in multiple places.
Yes.
I think
Saban did it in multiple generations. Like he did it in different
2003 and then 2021.
He did it in 3 different eras.
Yeah.
3 different decades.
Yeah.
Yeah. And totally different versions of college football.
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah. It's crazy. But yeah, shout out the Chiefs. They did it. Are they going to do it next year?
I'm not going to say no.
I'm not saying no, but I want to see the Josh Allen's, Joe Burrows, and Lamar Jackson's healthy.
Yeah.
Like I want to see them all in a playoff together and see what happens.
And then
best on best, like that.
And then you're getting C.J. Stroud or Trevor Lawrence out of the South.
Yeah, I mean, I want to see.
And what's so good about those 4 is 3 of them can win the division and be guaranteed a top 3 seed.
Yeah,
3 of those quarterbacks can.
Yeah,
and the other one be the highest wild card.
Mm-hmm.
Probably. And then
That's the best
then
thing
you've
about
got
they're
then
not
you've
all
got,
clumped up in one division.
Then whoever's coming out the South is going to be a very good quarterback, probably.
Yeah.
I mean, you got CJ.
You got CJ, you got Lawrence, you got Anthony Richardson in the Colts, maybe. Like whatever happens there.
I want to see because
the AFC is just so fun, man. And then you've got Harbaugh. That's going to be in
don't
Harbaugh.
forget Harbaugh
in Kansas City's division.
Don't forget Harbaugh.
Fun stat, or not really
and
fun.
apparently Los Angeles is very, very much wanting to trade up for Jaden.
Ooh,
The chart or who?
The Raiders.
You mean JJ?
Huh?
You mean JJ McCarthy?
The Raiders.
The Raiders
All right, Las Vegas. Okay.
really wanting to trade up for. I've seen that in multiple places.
Field Yates mocked him going second overall today
To Washington.
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't mind. I wish it
Apparently
had been Ben
that's-
I would
Johnson.
rather him go there than New England.
I
He goes to New England, man.
people aren't even saying New England's going to draft him.
No,
They're saying they're going to trade
they're
out.
trading out.
Yeah.
That's
well, I've seen them.
That's
saying
what
they're
thinking.
trading out.
I've
the
seen
Raiders are
them
gonna
get
trade up
mocked.
for.
I saw a trade. It was number 3 to Chicago for 9, like a third rounder and Fields. So pretty much you're trading back 6 spots. You're giving up a mid round pick, and they're getting Fields. The Patriots are. And what the Bears are moving up for? I'm guessing Marvin Harrison. Marvin Harrison with Caleb Williams. Or they're getting their franchise left tackle, but I doubt that they would trade
They're
up to
going
3.
receiver.
But if you're trading up ahead of the Cardinals, then
because they know that.
yeah, you'd go receiver.
Yeah,
that would be very interesting.
the Bears have
kind of be like the Texans going all in with Stroud
Will
and
Anderson.
Anderson.
Yeah,
Like you know that
You saw it work.
you're going to get the best 2 players in this draft.
Yeah.
Like that's pretty much what you're doing if you go in and get Caleb and you get Marvin, which I'm all
wanna
for
s-
that.
I want to see Marvin do combine. I want to see him and Neighbors go at it.
Is he even going to do it though?
I don't doubt it, but I want to see them two go at it because I'm telling you, a lot of them guys are putting Neighbors ahead of Harrison.
Neighbors seems
Yeah.
the type of guy to go out there and just say,
Neighbors
"F you, I'm
would
about to do this."
Neighbors was to be like, let's
Yeah.
do it. Like, I mean, I don't know Harrison will.
I saw Andre Sam got the invite.
I think Neighbors still views himself as a little underrated and underappreciated from
He
his
has that
recruiting
chip.
days.
Still has a
I
chip.
think
Mhm.
you know because crap, even his freshman year, he wasn't that big of a deal. You know,
No.
he really didn't pop on the scene until
Harrison's
midway through last
been the
year,
man since he's come out of high school.
since he came out of Marvin's sack.
Yeah.
You know,
It's going to be interesting. I mean, if I'm Marvin, just run and then do an interview and
that's
leave.
what everybody wants to
That's
see.
what he's going to do.
They know he can run routes and catch the ball.
Just,
they want to
yeah,
see
run.
They want to see him test.
I don't know how fast he's going to be. Probably like 4.45 or something. Like mid 4.4s.
Yeah, he could be a low 4.4.
Heard Taylor Lewan talking about his combine experience, and he said teams don't even care really about the number. They just don't want them to run slower than a set.
It just
number.
can't be bad.
Just don't be
Yeah.
this bad, and you're okay. And
Yeah.
that, like he said, they truly do not care.
Kyle Hamilton.
Yeah, and they were like, just do not run slower than this. You're
Yeah,
okay.
Don't be the slowest safety at the draft, and then you
Yeah.
won't fall from 3 to 14.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause
People
that
are saying,
matters.
people are saying Tannehill to Pittsburgh.
So the Justin Fields to Pittsburgh is not true?
Yeah, Pittsburgh they were the
People-
favorites in the betting odds for Fields too.
Yeah,
It's
people are
minus
saying,
125.
People are acting like Tannehill's a freaking surefire thing because of Arthur Smith.
There's
They just
nothing
cut
screens more.
with Arthur Smith. It does make sense.
Arthur Smith, and they're not saying they've given up
Tannehill.
on Pickett yet.
Tannehill
They
has,
just
They
cut
said
Trubisky.
they just said they want competition for Pickett.
Tannehill just screens Pittsburgh Steelers.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, and if you're just looking for competition, then you bring in Tannehill because he sucks, and then Kenny's going to
It's
beat
not
him
the
and
worst
have
of
confidence.
options. It's not the worst of
Oh,
options.
no.
It's better than what they
Serviceable.
had.
It's better than Rudolph,
And Trubisky.
the red-nosed racist.
I'm not sure if Rudolph and Tannehill is much different now in Tannehill's career.
Maybe it's pretty close.
They're the same type quarterback. Let's be honest.
I mean, at this stage, yeah, I guess so.
Y'all got anything else to say with football? Combine is freaking 2 weeks from today? Tomorrow. 2 weeks from tomorrow,
Yeah.
the 29th.
Starts on Thursday, always does.
Is it still in Indianapolis?
It is.
Aren't they moving it
signed-
next year?
They
They
signed,
signed a
a
one-year deal.
Yeah, they signed a couple years. Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll be back.
So where's it going to go after this?
Hopefully, freaking Dallas, and I can go. Or
You a
something.
combine guy?
Yeah,
I figured that.
God,
We eat that crap.
Let that thing
Love it.
come. Let it come.
Put that
to
mug on a tour.
Jerry's World.
Bring him to Dallas. I'm going. I swear.
Jerry's
I am.
World. But you know Jerry wants it.
Dude. I love.
Jerry wants every coach in the NFL to be in his building.
Harley don't understand why I love it. She's like,
It's the best.
she's like, it's so quiet, it's so
Oh,
boring.
yeah.
I'm like, it's so beautiful though.
I want to be there.
Dude, waking up 8 a.m. Saturday morning, and you hear that's always like when the receivers go. You know,
I love the receivers.
You hear Michael Irvin. He's talking down here.
Oh,
He's lined up. I don't like the stance. It's not gonna be a good number.
yeah, because he's on the field. He's on the field.
All I hear is the old Pittsburgh coach at the 40-yard
Who don't even
dash.
coach anymore.
He's like, deep breath, take your time. This is for you. We're here for you. We're
We
on
gotta
your
have
time.
a pause. We have a pause up
yeah,
top.
Yeah, pause up
One
top.
Mississippi,
You're
two
good.
Mississippi, three Mississippi.
He blows that whistle. Hey, you got to give me just a little longer of a pause. You're fine.
I don't think it's going to be a good number.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be a good number. You're kind of leaning. You're falling.
Yeah, I saw you hesitate.
They got that
just a
crap
little
down
right
to
there.
a science. It's insane.
Oh, it's
I genuinely do not think that guy coaches anymore.
I
He just
do-
shows up in the same sweater and hat every year. and jeans.
I miss when Prime was on the field doing it.
Oh,
he
he was so
he was
good.
good at it because he actually broke it. Like he could break down the
Yeah.
position for you, and like
I love.
Well, I ain't
Rich
never seen.
Eisen.
I never seen a. You can say it, Prime. I ain't never seen a white boy run that fast.
I love Rich Eisen. He's so good.
Oh, yeah,
and then
he
Daniel
is.
Jeremiah
Daniel
filling
Jeremiah,
in. I
yeah.
love him too.
yeah, he's good
I
too.
think he's better than Mayock. Mayock was awesome.
I miss
but-
Mayock's voice.
Yeah.
I liked his voice.
But
I don't know,
and they
it's
always
just-
bring him on.
yeah,
They always bring him on.
He's gonna come on.
I
yeah.
don't miss them talking about his playing days and showing the one catch he had in his career or whatever it was. Did he intercept? Did he intercept Dan Marino? Or did he catch a pass from Dan Marino or somebody? They would show the clip every year. It was in the back right corner of the end zone. It was black and white.
I mean, you have his one glory.
Gotta throw
I mean,
his
you
one
got-
bone
That's
out there,
right.
you know.
That's it. A man's up there for 4 straight days talking.
Like
give the man
12
just
hours.
just give him a little. You know how hard that would be.
They're just talking. They're just
Yeah.
talking.
About dudes.
And I don't even watch it for the 40. I watch it for the bag drills and stuff, man. That's the best
I like
part.
the receiver when they
The
when
gauntlet.
when they got like 8 quarterbacks
And
to
they're
go there.
turning each way.
Yes, that's that's all I need to see. I
It's-
can tell a lot about a receiver right
you
there.
can tell if they can catch a
Well,
football.
that and the one where
and how they run straight.
the
Yes.
where
They
the
don't-
defenders they do the back pedaling. And
Yes.
they're moving the ball
Yeah.
back and forth.
Yes,
and then they have to
yes,
sprint.
yes,
You can see how their hips are moving right
Yeah.
then if they're going to be good or not.
Yeah.
Anything the offensive line does is good too. Like
Yeah.
I think the offensive line drills, like they don't do any drills that just are dumb in my opinion. Like every drill I'm like, okay, that makes sense why they're looking at this. Meanwhile, you've got other drills that you're like, okay. Even the gauntlet, like they'll never have to run in a straight line turning their head back and forth.
No.
But it's good to check out their equilibrium and see if they have an idea of where the heck they're at.
yeah.
You know? And like the toe tap at the end, you always have to make sure they get that. It's so fun. Dude. I love it so much.
I did too.
Yeah, that's gonna be awesome as it always is. Anything else with football, and we can move on to our dirty dozen.
Steve Wilkes got fired.
Steve Wilkes got fired.
Jamel Hill's calling out bullcrap, of course.
Oh, imagine that.
I ain't heard from her in a
No,
while.
shocking.
I follow her on Twitter just so I can get
Oh,
irritated
my
every now and then
God.
because she's good at making me mad. Because I need that
I'm
in my
sure-
life to
I'm
keep the
sure-
chip on
They
my
gave
shoulder.
up 2 touchdowns.
I'm sure what's her name will be doing it too.
Mina Kimes.
Hey, talk about me.
No.
Sage Steele.
No,
Sage Steele's a white girl practically.
No,
She's,
but
she's
on that
on
side.
she's on that.
Who's
FS.
with Janelle? Who's with Jamel Hill out there?
Carrie Champion.
Yeah, Jamel.
That's her.
Oh, I loved Carrie Champion.
Jamel Hill. You remember her? She worked with Michael Smith. Whatever happened to Michael Smith?
He does the prime post game show. I loved Michael Smith.
Michael Smith is phenomenal.
Yeah,
until
he
started
does
doing
Amazon's
shows with
Prime
her.
Thursdays post game show.
She ruined him.
He's good. I liked him.
ruined
the
him.
FS afternoon show.
Joy Taylor.
With Sean McCoy. Yeah,
First
Joy,
things
Joy
first.
Taylor.
Yeah,
She's the
I
worst at it.
I hate Joy Taylor.
Joy Taylor.
I haven't
She used to
heard
be
her
with-
say a
she
word
used to be
since
on Cowherd. Yes.
Yeah, I haven't heard her talk since Cowherd.
She's the main. She does the.
He was
speak
happy,
for
I bet
yourself
that
one.
First
day.
things
She left.
first. Is that the name of the show?
Yeah, with LaShawn McCoy and
Nick Wright.
No. This is a separate show from that one.
Yeah.
Not with Chris Broussard and them. You're talking with
I
Nick
hate
Wright.
Nick Wright.
I'm not a fan, but he has some very
Speak Now or something. Maybe?
Yeah, speak now. Yeah, there she is, right there.
Yeah, Speak Now.
It used to be the Cowherd Show, but they've changed. They've
Sean McCoy and Emmanuel Acho.
Yes,
That's a
Emmanuel
duo.
Acho.
Emmanuel Acho's a weirdo.
He's a beyond weirdo.
All right.
She's
Yeah,
all. She
But yeah,
jump-
they're
she jumps all about
they're
that.
all on all different ways because Acho's like practically like the other side,
Yes,
right?
He is.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And it's so weird seeing that at Fox Sports.
Yeah.
Like you kind of expect that to not be that.
It doesn't. Yeah. It's
Especially
all
given
that.
their like news, like it's very weird. Yeah, let's do this. So what we're doing, hey, I guess maybe because of Valentine's Day, we're talking about our favorite athletes that we love. How about that? So we're gonna do a dirty dozen, and it's just all-time favorite athletes, something that in freaking 20 months of this podcast we've never done.
How has this never come up?
No idea. No idea. It's
Like-
February 14th. We started May 31st. So, yeah, it's about 21 months. And we've never done our favorite athletes. We've done our most hated.
Yeah, we did
Or
that.
no, did we do most hated teams? We did most hated teams.
And I brought up athletes.
Yeah, we brought up the reasons why we hate them,
Yeah.
obviously. Yeah. But we've never done our favorite athletes, which we've also never entirely done just like favorite teams. We did our wheels, yeah, with the percentages.
Hey, baby, them Pelicans are peaking right now.
Yeah, they are.
So the Warriors,
26-25.
heck yeah, we're over 500, baby.
In the hunt.
Over 500.
You're in the play-in
Hey,
tournament.
since Dre's been back, we're number 3 in defensive rating and number 6 in offensive rating.
That stuff with Nurkic the other day was
Hilarious.
so freaking funny.
Hilarious.
He's like, give me the note.
Hold up, he did the freaking full quarter?
He made it.
He didn't even shoot it when I was there. I was
He shoots
pissed.
a full quarter every day.
That's his pregame ritual.
Since they moved?
He's always done a full quarter.
I didn't know he's always done it.
Yeah,
I know
and-
he always did one from the tunnel.
He didn't do either. Because I was like, I want to watch this. Yeah, he made it. Crap.
But did you see all that, Peyton?
Yeah. I didn't.
He's like, you're 7'3".
Yeah.
Doing too small me? Yeah, I'm too small.
I agree with everything Draymond said in his pod until the end.
What'd he say?
When he said, if he wouldn't have, like,
It was Nurkic's fault that Draymond had to go to therapy.
if he wouldn't have fell on the floor, I'm like,
Yes.
no, don't say that, Draymond.
Yeah, he was good
You
until
just
that.
admitted that you've been wrong, and
I
then
thought
you
the same thing. I was like, dude, you should
You
stop.
should stop.
Edit.
Stop. Edit. Yeah.
Warriors Twitter was like, they think this dude actually went to therapy.
Yeah.
Like, he has no remorse.
Zero remorse. Will he do it again? Probably.
Yeah. There's a good chance now.
Hey, he has 0 technical since he's been back. Oh no, I think he has 1.
4 games.
No, it hasn't. It's been like 8.
Oh, just wait. Especially if they had to fight for that 10th or 9th seed or something like that.
Yeah.
He's going to throw a bow or two. It's coming.
Well, no,
But Nurkic deserved everything he said about him.
Well, and
He
Yeah.
deserved
You
every
saw who got the tech right then. Klay Thompson. Who Draymond backed up whenever he's getting choked out by Rudy. Like things like that leads to your guys coming and getting you.
Draymond was like
Clay.
15, 6, and 7. But I'm
Yeah.
too small.
Yeah, Nurkic did too small, and Draymond is literally 6 inches shorter than this dude.
Yeah.
Like, it's insane.
He's got 70 pounds on me, 110 on Steph, 90 on Clay.
Yeah.
it's crazy. I love him.
Dre. 4-3.
Need it, baby. I got that in a parlay. They're giving him over half a line every game, and it's like even money to shoot 1 3.
He's gonna make one. He's good
gonna
for
make
one.
Yeah,
He might go 1 for 9, but he's
Yeah,
going to make
He
one.
good for one.
absolutely. Let's do this. So we're gonna start. Y'all want to go?
I have a feeling he'll pop up on your list.
Draymond?
Yeah.
You think?
I want to go 12, 12, 12, 11,
Okay,
11.
so one at a time.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's more fun that way.
It is.
It builds anticipation.
That way we're not just listing out our list individually.
Yeah.
Okay. You want to start it off?
I can. That way
I don't
gives
know if I know
Peyton
my
a
12 yet,
bit more time. Oh, my God. You're the one came up with this idea earlier.
Yeah. I'm good.
All right.
I'm gonna be so mad when I do this because I'm gonna drive home tonight and I'm like, crap, I left him
Yeah,
out.
see, I got two I left off.
That's the one thing. I don't think there's a person that I'm forgetting. That makes me happy.
Oh, I've sat there.
I went team by team of like.
I'm thinking.
I don't think there's a person I'm just like straight up forgetting.
If I'm forgetting one, it's gonna be a college player. I think.
That's
I've
what
thought about all my pro teams.
Like,
and,
there's been so many that's come through LSU that I have personally loved, but like, man, I don't want to I don't know if they're in this kind of discussion.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. I learned this about myself today. I don't really love any receivers or running backs that much. Like I kept thinking,
Well,
I was thinking about quarterbacks. And
It's
I was
hard.
Like,
It's hard to
I
differentiate
just can't
them.
think about anybody else. You
Like
know?
I love Justin Jefferson. I love Jamar
Yeah.
Chase.
Like I loved Randy Moss growing up, but like I can't put him on this list.
No.
Because I saw the back half of his career, basically.
Yeah.
You know,
but
it's weird.
Every receiver is like kind of the same.
Yeah.
Like if you love one, you love all.
Yeah.
And while each quarterback is totally different,
And I couldn't think of really any like D linemen or linebackers.
Cam Jordan came close to mine.
Really?
Because I just feel like he's been there for so long, and he's been such a stable piece. Like
Good dude too. Good
and he's a
locker
good
guy.
dude. Like
Kind of flirting with needing his number retired.
very much so.
You know,
very
kind of flirting with that.
He's flirting with a Hall of Fame career.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
I think he'll have discussions.
I think he'll have discussion. I think his numbers should probably be in the Raptors when it's all said and done.
Yeah,
In
because
New
he's not
Orleans.
going nowhere.
No,
because
no,
he's
no.
got
well,
the
he
Pro
just
Bowls
signed that
and stuff,
extension this
too.
last year.
He's got the Pro Bowls, the All Pros
Yeah,
to help
like-
him win, like Marquise Colston.
I mean, he's
did not
over
have
100
that.
and something sacks in his career. I mean, there's
And
not
he's
that
been
many
with
people
us
that can say that
forever.
Yeah.
You know.
So
Let's do a chance.
All right. Number 12.
We'll talk our honorable mentions after.
Yeah, number
got like
12
10 of
is
them.
my kind of strange pick, I guess you can say.
Okay.
You'll understand why, I think. That's John Shire.
Okay.
I loved John Shire at Duke. Like, that was in my prime of, like, it was like 2008.
what years did he? Was he JJ's years?
No, he was after JJ. He was like
Okay.
07 to
He was-
2010.
Because JJ
He was
was
older than JJ,
04, 05, 06, something like that.
he a
JJ
senior on
got
the-
drafted in 07. Shire comes to Duke in 07.
Was he a senior on the championship team?
Yes, the
Okay, so he
2010
won it?
championship team. Yeah. He was a senior. I
beat
think his
Butler.
number should be retired. If he would have won Player of the Year, it would be retired because that's the stipulation.
stupidest rules.
Yeah, because Grayson Allen should have his number retired too. But that's another story for another
Well,
day.
so should Zion.
Yeah,
Like,
but you couldn't do the one and done, guys. I get that.
You can.
Because like Grayson was the last Duke player.
Does
to ever have
anybody
the
wear
opportunity.
23 at Kentucky for
No.
Anthony Davis?
No.
I don't watch enough Kentucky basketball.
Like Anthony Davis should have his number
I hate
retired.
the white
Yeah.
boy for Kentucky. By the way,
Reed
I watched
Shepherd?
him Saturday. Hate him.
Why?
I don't
'Cause he's
like
Grayson
him.
Wait, which
Allen?
white boy?
The white boy for Kentucky.
shooter?
The point guard.
What do you mean by
Oh.
hate? Like you don't like him as a person?
I just don't like looking at him.
I like.
He's
I
Grayson
actually
Allen.
like him.
He's,
I didn't like
you're
him.
feeling what everyone has felt about
Yeah.
Duke.
That's probably right.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
He's John Shire.
Yeah.
See, all right. So John Shire,
He is a Duke player in another
Yeah.
jersey.
Yeah, he's
Like,
on, but he's on Kentucky.
So like I thought about 2 or 3 different Duke guys here. I thought about Shire, I thought about Kyle Singler, and I thought about Mason Plumlee. Okay, I landed on
What about Miles Marshall.
Miles and Marshall sucked.
Marshall's worse.
Miles got recruited because Mason was a junior in high school, and
Yeah.
they wanted Mason. And Marshall came because they wanted to complete the trifecta. Marshall was the most improved Plumlee.
Is this the only Dookie on the list?
No.
Yeah.
There's-
Obviously.
There's one other. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's
So
because
no Zion here, huh?
no.
Okay.
I thought
Which I think with Shire, now you also get to have him be your coach.
bingo. And it's also the fact when I was watching him, it was right after JJ,
Yeah.
and he reminded me of JJ so
That's-
freaking
'cause
much.
Well, he was white and he
and
was
he could
guard.
stroke that
Yeah.
three. And I'm still to this day saying if he would not have hurt his eye in summer league for the Jazz, he'd been in the NBA for probably a decade playing.
Yeah, probably.
100%.
And
But he almost went blind in one of his
like
eyes.
this is a similar reasoning. Like which and whenever he finished playing basketball, he was just went straight to Duke.
yeah,
Nolan
and
Smith could have made this list for you as well. You love Nolan,
he went to Louisville. He left Duke, so screw him.
but he's at Duke now, right?
No, he
Oh,
left.
he
He
left?
left John Shire's coaching staff
Oh,
last
cool.
year
Good
to
for
go
him.
to Louisville to be an assistant coach. Screw
Good
him.
for
He's
him.
dead to me. His dad played there though, so it's okay for him to do that. But
And he's probably trying to get a head job. He's probably trying to.
It pissed me off because he was the best man in John Shire's wedding. They're best friends, and he left the freaking.
Well, he said, "Hey, John, you're going to get this job for a decade at least." So,
he wants to be a head coach somewhere, but
at least
learn
be
from your best friend. But it's okay.
It's the Eric Bieniemy effect.
He might be thinking he can get that Louisville job because that job is wide open. I can promise you.
Next year,
Kenny Payne.
Man.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to John Shire. I loved him, man. And,
I was going to say
he's probably
something.
he's probably my second favorite Dookie of all time.
I was going to say,
which is saying a lot because there's been a lot that I've loved.
This might be a similar thing that you feel with Travis Darno when he inevitably becomes the Braves coach.
Yeah,
because we love Darno as he has been a Brave playing, but whenever he just sticks around in the organization like that, it's just going to make you love him more.
I can bet my left arm that he will more than likely be the Braves manager before he dies.
I really feel like it's
going
to happen.
Yeah. So shout out John, love him.
My 12 is. This is just so hard. I'm going Kobe Bryant. I felt like he had to make this list. And it's so crazy because when I started watching basketball, I was a Celtics fan and I was rooting against, or not started watching basketball. The first team I really started liking in the NBA was the Celtics. So I was rooting against Kobe on them 09, 010, 08 teams, all of those. I was rooting against Kobe, didn't like Kobe, didn't want Kobe to win. But then 2013, whenever the teams got sucky, I guess you just started to appreciate Kobe, and those last couple years it was really cool watching him. That was really the first time I got to see one of the all-time greats, I guess, finish his career. Shaq a little bit, but Shaq went out on his own terms kind of, and Shaq's still everywhere. It was crazy seeing one of these MJ, Magic, Bird type guys, one of the best guys to ever play the game, end his career. And it was I still remember the night of that last game when he scored 60. That was happening at the same time that the Warriors were winning 73.
Yep.
It was a crazy night. Everyone was rooting for him. And then obviously since his death, I've grown more of a love for him, which it sounds terrible to say because I'm loving him more after he was gone. But my appreciation for him is just at an all-time high, and I felt like I really had to have him on this list.
You see the statue?
Yeah.
Statue's awesome.
One of 3. He's got 2 more coming.
Really?
He's got 2 more coming.
Wow. I did not know that.
Yeah, because this one was 8, and I was like, how do you choose? But they're doing 8, they're doing 24, and I'm assuming they're going to do one with the daughter.
Yeah,
that's my
I would
guess.
imagine, yeah.
That's my guess. We'll see, though.
He deserves all the statues.
yeah, he can do whatever he wants there. I heard an interesting thing.
Best Laker of all time, according to Magic.
I forget what radio show it was. They were saying, what other sport really does statues like NBA? You don't. Jesus Christ!
I don't know why Drew didn't have statues.
Yeah. We have Gleason.
No offense to Gleason, but he got ALS. We get it. He blocked a punt. Drew won us a Super Bowl. Give the guy a statue of him holding the ball.
Or what about the guy from the Dome Patrol that died?
Oh,
the linebacker just got in the Hall of Fame.
Sammy
Mills.
Yes. Yeah, Mills.
Sammy Mills. Yeah.
Why don't he get one? He's loved.
I want a statue of Drew with his shoulder
is
cocked
Brady
down,
getting one in New England?
No, they don't do them. Nobody does them.
People just don't do football statues.
College they do. They just don't do it in the NFL.
Still ain't got Joe's yet, right?
What are we waiting on?
I don't know.
Just let it be.
Let
it be Joe Jefferson,
Dorsey.
and Chase. Just let them be together.
Oh, that would be sweet.
Glenn Dorsey
Jefferson
needs
and Chase
one.
jumping.
Yes, the fact that Dorsey's numbers aren't retired yet is a joke.
He's the greatest defensive player to walk through LSU's halls.
Hey.
The greatest LSU
to play his whole career there.
Greatest LSU player to play more than a year and a half.
Watch your mouth. Yeah, I'm gonna go Kobe at 12.
Greatest to get drafted in good standing with the university still.
Hey, it was Tyrann Mathieu from LSU.
My number 12 is going to be a random one that everybody's going to be like, what? But it meant a lot to me because I love LSU basketball and I don't miss a game. And it was
got Tyrus Thomas here?
Yeah.
Really?
Tyrus Thomas.
Heck yeah.
Because that Final Four run, that team there, I was and in high school, and like he just.
I wish
meant
I could
so
be. I
much
wish
to
I
me.
could have remembered that. Like
Dude,
I really wish.
Just flying out of the gym.
I just want to
man.
remember LSU
Dude
being
could
good
jump,
at basketball.
Jump out of the gym.
Clay, he got drafted. Was it 2 or 3?
3.
He got drafted number 3 overall because he could
Bobcats?
jump. No, Bulls.
Bulls.
Because he could jump. That's the
That's
only reason
it.
he got drafted.
That's it. He
couldn't
couldn't
do
shoot.
anything
He
else.
couldn't dribble.
He wasn't the best offensive player on that team.
No.
Big Baby was
Big
the
Baby.
offense.
He was
but he could jump.
4th option on that team when it comes to scoring.
It was kind of like John Ross whenever he got drafted in the first round because he ran a fast
really
number.
fast. Yeah.
Homeboy had a good vert.
Unbelievable. And
No offense to Ty.
Like I went to a lot of those games, and like he just meant like all the years I've been watching LSU basketball. He's the one player that always sticks out to me every time I think about it. And
Yeah, that's something I wish I could be
Yeah.
around for those prime LSU days like that,
it
because
was phenomenal.
I mean, yeah, you had the Ben Simmons era, and you've had them make the tournament a couple times with
Will Wade's teams,
yeah, Skylar Mays and all them.
Tremont Waters and
the big guys that went to the league. Jarrell Martin, is that one of them?
Jarrell Martin, yeah.
Was there a Williams?
I ain't heard that name in a minute.
I watched him play Williams.
Jarrell Martin. Oh my God.
But there were some good teams back then.
Good teams, yes.
But
not-
still, it never really made me like, oh, I'm going to watch
Be all
LSU.
in.
Because yes, I'm a North Carolina fan, but there's no reason for me not to root for LSU basketball. Like the same way that when College World Series comes around, I'll turn on a game or two when LSU's there.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
But
if not,
I've never had that experience with basketball.
It was phenomenal, man.
Javonte Smart had a team that made it, right?
Yeah,
they were okay.
And they lost.
They
to
weren't on
Iowa
that
State.
level.
That was a run if Wade's coaching on that sideline.
Yeah.
He got suspended and couldn't coach the sideline. They made it to the Sweet 16, and that was a Final Four caliber
Iowa
team.
State comes to mind. Or was that a different team, a different LSU team that lost?
Well, they lost to Iowa State one year, and they lost to Michigan 1 year.
Okay.
And both years, Wade wasn't on the sidelines.
Okay.
So, I mean, like, I think that he makes a run with that. That was Tremont Waters.
I remember Tremont.
Oh, I love Tremont.
He's still playing. He
Dude,
was with
Boston,
the Celtics
maybe?
at one point.
let me. Well, he's playing overseas now. Let me show you his highlights, dude.
There it is. 2022. 6 seed LSU lost to 11 seed Iowa State because they had that Hunter kid, Tyrese Hunter for Iowa State, I think.
Shooter.
Yeah, he scored a lot.
Scored a whole lot.
23 points. There it is. Who was on that team? Darius Days, freaking Nas Reed.
Yes.
Xavier
Or is that,
Pinson.
no, that's not Nas Reed. That's his brother, I'm guessing, huh? Or is
No,
that just
no,
a random
no.
Reed.
No. That's
Efton?
Efton Reed. He was a big dude, like 7-footer.
Terry Eason,
Yes.
Yep.
Brandon
This-
Murray, Xavier Pinson,
Sharif.
Eric Gaines, Sharif.
This team was really good, and that team should have made a run. It was the team before that with Tremont Waters, though.
Okay.
That was
Yeah.
the team that really was the Final
Forgot
Four
about Eric
team.
Gaines. Went to UAB.
He was fun to watch.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He was fun at UAB, too.
Yeah.
High flyer.
Yeah.
That's a good pick, though. I like that.
That one meant more to me than when I think.
That's
of
my
LSU
that's like my
basketball.
Shire pick.
Yeah.
You know, like
It's just the guy.
he had to be there.
He had to be there. I couldn't
had
couldn't
to
leave
be
him
there.
out, man. Couldn't leave him out.
Like he's kind of forgotten about in LSU's history.
He is.
And that's kind of how Shire is, in my
Really,
opinion.
that whole era of LSU basketball is forgotten, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Other than Tasman Mitchell, because he's still on the coaching staff.
And I
And
don't
Big
know who that
Baby
is.
because of his
I've never heard of that
nickname.
name. You told me Tyrus Thomas, Glenn Davis. I know them. I don't know who Tasman Mitchell is.
Oh wow!
Did he go pro?
Yeah, for a little bit. He's a small forward. He's like
See, I knew
6'8".
Tyrus from playing around the league. I knew Big Baby on the Celtics.
Well, Big Baby because Big Baby stayed in the league for a while.
Yeah.
Decade.
Yeah, he was.
He was
10
on that
years.
Celtics
Clippers,
team whenever I was a
Celtics.
fan.
Yeah.
Magic, I believe.
Yep.
Well, Big Baby, I mean, he was a name in high school that everybody knew too.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, him and Tyrus were coming out were just studs. They were national recruits.
Speaking of Mason Plumlee, there he is.
Oh, is he entering? Huh, good for him.
He's a baller, baby.
Go for it, Chance. 11.
11, I've got a current player, and that is my first Brave, and that'll be Austin Riley.
Your first Brave. Here we go.
My first Brave, yeah. Austin
Already,
Riley.
top 12.
Yeah. How I look at this is if I get physically ill, if this person does not perform well, and I get physically ill because I know you're going to text me something mean about him. if he strikes out with like the bases juiced or something, I just know you're gonna text me. Well, back to his old ways.
Yeah, chasing a slider out, low and outside.
Can't hit the slider low and away, and it's just it bothers me to my freaking core, and that's how I know that I love somebody. I guess you could say.
Yeah, that's very true. It's very
that's
true.
gonna be a common theme with all these players, except for really one of them in a minute, number 8. Like, because I haven't seen him playing forever. But, like, everybody else, like, I get physically or I got physically ill if they did not perform well and do good. That's how I justify my fandom.
I like
guess.
that. I like that.
Shout out Austin Riley.
We met him.
We did meet him. Awesome guy. And he's going to be a Brave for the very foreseeable future.
And that's another one that, I mean, I'm sure many of these Braves that you'll mention, and honestly, same with the Duke guys, but, like, the moment that his name became a thing, you knew, like you watched his journey and you were ready for him to debut.
I was of the age where I could keep up with him in the minor leagues.
Yeah, and social media helps with all that.
Oh
as
my
well,
God, yeah.
Because like whenever he debuted, you weren't home, you were going somewhere, but you text me. You text me and you're like, Austin Riley's debuting tonight, and
big night. Yeah,
and then
I was outside
he
mowing,
hit a homer his first
and
at-bat.
I came in to watch him hit.
Yeah.
And I watched it in Mom and Dad's bedroom.
Yeah.
Because it was the nearest by location because I didn't want to get grass everywhere. Watched him hit. He hit a home run to left center field about 15 rows up.
Cardinals, right?
And I was like, oh, my God, he's a Hall of Famer. Yeah, Cardinals.
Yeah. So
I think he struck out
that's
2 other
another
times that
thing
night.
that's cool is like you seeing these guys as they come up.
I've seen the hype.
Like it's like Michael Harris with us or
Yeah.
with me because that's really the first Brave that I've seen. Like I've been hearing his name. I'm waiting for this guy to debut. And I guess that's another thing with LSU guys. Like it's cooler whenever you see them, you see their high school stats. You see them come to LSU and play a little bit as a freshman, and then you work your way up, and then they go to the league and have a career.
Like Bryce Underwood will be a good one probably.
Yeah.
In a decade. You'd be like, okay, I remember watching him sign on Instagram Live and thinking, oh, my God, we're really going to get him, are we? And then we did.
Yeah.
You know, and
it
it's
adds another
100%
element.
correct.
It adds another element.
100% whenever you've seen the journey and you've seen just the growth in him actually doing what people thought he would do, you know. He got voted the best third baseman in baseball, man.
Heck yeah.
If I would have told you that 2 years ago, what would you have said?
2?
Yes, 2 years ago. Well, before the World Series. Run.
Okay, yeah. So
yeah,
COVID year,
3 years
2020.
ago. Yeah.
No, I mean he was our 8-hole in the conference championship.
Yeah.
in the
NLCS.
NLCS, yeah.
And now he is
that the World
unanimously
Series
the
year
best
was
one.
whenever it took off.
Yeah.
After Ronnie got hurt is when it clicked.
Yep.
My number 11, a reason that I have one of my favorite teams now, Baker Mayfield. I had to put Baker on here.
I 100% am okay with this.
Like my last
love it.
my last 3 picks were tough, but I kind of went down to this one.
Trey
with,
Lance make the list.
No, no. But I came down to this one because I was like, I was at the draft watching this guy get drafted, and I kind of told myself like I'm gonna become a Baker Mayfield fan if he goes to Cleveland, and he went to Cleveland. I started rooting for the Browns. Still root for the Browns even though Baker's gone. It's kind of like my Harrison Barnes effect with the Warriors where it was like, I really like this dude. Wherever he goes, I'm going to be a fan of that team. He went to Cleveland. Boom, it happened. And, yeah, now I'm a Baker fan wherever he goes, and I'm a Cleveland fan every time they're not playing the Saints, pretty much. Like that's how it is for me. So, yeah, Baker Mayfield makes this. I mean, how could I not, right? How could I not? It's really tough putting him over some of these other guys. It honestly is. And
but it's 100% valid.
Because
man.
it's weird because not weird, but it's different because you weren't like a fan of you weren't at college. Yeah.
No, I wasn't
it's not
a
like
fan
you
of
were
him in
rooting
college.
for him in college.
Like I don't personally remember watching that Rose Bowl game live. The Georgia game, I don't remember watching that live.
Oh, I do.
I do too.
D Rose, he texted me because who were they playing? Georgia.
Georgia.
He was like,
Sony
Dude,
Michel, I believe, scored the
it
last
was the
one.
field goal. It was the field goal before half. He's like, that's going to turn the game around right there for Georgia, and it ended up doing it. You know,
Like I don't even remember watching that live. It was just the pre-draft process, all of that, and I guess going to the draft really had an impact on it. Where I was just like,
will you have another quarterback from that draft on your list?
I do not.
I'm okay with that.
I don't have Lamar.
That's the one that should be on there.
Yeah.
Baker should be.
I only have one other football player. I don't have Drew Brees. Yeah.
He
I got
missed it,
Baker over
Peyton.
Drew, man.
He missed it.
Yeah.
He was too young.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
He was 7. He was 7 years old.
I wasn't 7. I was 7
when
whenever
he got there.
Whenever it started.
Oh,
Baker, I mean, Breeze was like.
Now you realize how young Clay is.
I do now. Wow.
I would have put Lamar before Breeze.
Oh dear. Jesus.
Breeze would have been, yeah.
That just hurt.
He's probably top 17.
Hey, I barely got him. I'm not on the list, but like, I was barely understanding what football and my love for football whenever.
Well, and it's also.
Shout out Reggie Bush is all I got to say.
I love football.
Yeah.
But I only have 2 guys on this list that are football players.
Because you love the sport more than the players.
That's really what it is.
Yeah.
That's really what it is. While with basketball, I've got a decent amount. Like, I've got a lot of basketball players.
I do not know your other player, so that's going to be interesting. I won't know hints. I won't be surprised.
No, I mean, it's Baker Mayfield's one of my guys, and that's kind of what I looked at was like, this is a dude where wherever he goes, I'm going to root for him, and I'm going to passionately do it. Like, I'm going to defend this man regardless of what happens, and you can see that's going to be a common theme with pretty much everyone I have on this list. Is like, if we get up here and one of y'all or anybody says this guy sucks or this guy made a bad play, I'm going to try to spin it the other way. Now, I'm going to do that with everybody on this list. So that's Baker.
Yeah, I like that.
My number 11, it's really, really recently biased. But I got when I was thinking about this list, I thought about every sport team that I love that I watch every year. And so I did my basketball, and I mean, Tyrus Thomas was it no matter what. Mm-hmm. But I was like, okay, LSU baseball. I watch LSU baseball all the time.
That's why I put Baker on there. I'm like, I love the Browns now. I had to have that representation.
Right, yeah. And like, and I thought back because I can remember.
You're trying to get one from every little sport that you love at least.
Yes, yeah.
Which era, basically.
In which, yeah. And because I can, like, the 09 national championship baseball team.
Oh, hell, I got 4 Braves.
I can remember. I can probably name that starting roster right now, and it was guys that I liked, but not just necessarily guys that were just. But Paul Skeens, in 1 year, what I watched,
okay.
I might not ever see again.
Yeah,
I mean,
I figured Drew Crews.
Dylan Crews.
Dylan Crews. Drew Crews works at the bank.
I went back and forth between him and Dylan, but. Dude, I mean, he broke Ben McDonald's 34-year-old record.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, he went number 1 overall.
And it's like different. It's different seeing a pitcher.
He literally, when I knew he was on the mound, it was a win. It was a guarantee.
It was must-see TV.
Must-see. It was
for everybody.
Everybody.
It's different with with Dylan Crews. Yes, he's fun to watch every night, but you could miss a game and be all right.
Yes,
like you know what he's going to do. But when Skeens is out there,
you made sure you were watching the game.
It's a time that you might be watching history. Yeah,
like I think I watched him pitch 1 game, and that was because I didn't watch LSU. Obviously.
I mean, we
College World Series, and I was like, okay,
we can see it with with the Braves, like. When Max Fried's pitching, I'm going to want to be home watching the game.
Must-see TV, yeah.
When Spencer Strider's pitching, I want to be home and watch. If Elder's pitching, if Morton's pitching, I can miss if I have to, if we're going out to eat or something. But
if it's a special
when Max Fried gets on the mound, I want to go watch Max Fried.
Yes. Yeah. And, like, I mean, when you're throwing 100 and 102,
yeah,
and like, every night
command.
With command. Like, he never.
That's what people don't talk about.
No. Like, I mean, he's not like he's banging people or hit. Like, he never hit a batter all year last year.
Yeah, people don't talk about the command at all. They say, oh, yeah, he throws hard. He's got an 80 fastball.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's also got like 70 command.
Like
on the 20-80 scale or whatever.
It's ridiculous.
Like, he's got that as well. That's really freaking impressive for a flamethrower because you generally don't see that.
They're usually wild. I mean, they're usually all over the place.
Understandably so. It's 102 miles an hour.
Yeah.
But when this dude, I wouldn't say he's pinpointing, but he is in a general location.
Holy crap! At 101, like it's unreal, and
I don't know how he's not the number 1 prospect in baseball.
Like,
that's another thing.
Yeah,
Jackson Holliday, I get that. Jackson Holliday's 19. He's probably gonna make the opening day roster for the Baltimore Orioles.
That's insane. That's insane.
Like,
on a good team.
Yeah,
that's insane.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Probably the AL favorite. Yeah, it's
good for them.
Shout out to the Orioles.
But yeah, this
I like that.
That's
though.
my AL team.
That's just it was just
I'm on board with that.
I just couldn't. I mean, it was history. Like speaking of statues, like he needs a statue in front of the box.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, he won every award that you could possibly win. He broke every record that could be broken. Like
Who won the Player of the Year between him and Cruz? Was it Cruz?
Cruz won the Player of the Year,
And Cruz went number 1.
and
Did Cruz go 1?
no, Skeens went 1. Cruz went 2.
Yeah.
Pirates had 1.
Pirates had
Because
1.
we didn't want Skeens going to the Nationals.
That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
That's right.
We were begging for that.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Because like we said, we'd seen Bryce Harper before. We could live with that.
Yeah,
But we didn't want Strasburg.
Cruz can't carry the Nationals. Skeens can beat us.
He can single-handedly
He can control the game.
Cruz can go 4 for 4 with 4 homers and we
it wouldn't
win.
matter. Yeah.
We've seen that happen before.
Yeah,
I'm gonna keep up with the recency bias thing, but I wouldn't say it's gonna be biased because I think y'all understand this. This Josh Allen, like yet again, physically and emotionally ill. If something,
it's not Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, like same thing with you. I didn't watch him in college.
God, nobody watched him in college.
I got a hard on for the combine.
Yeah,
I can't help it.
ESPN Plus couldn't even find those games.
No,
My love for the NFL combine got me to love this man.
And you were there when he was drafted.
And I was there when he was drafted.
So that's another thing. Like
So that helps.
That's just it's so cool being there with those guys. Like, I mean, crap. I remember seeing Saquon being interviewed. Like we're right behind him. Like,
Yeah.
just seeing those guys, it feels a little bit different. Like that's why I still root for Josh because like I liked being there and being a part of that moment, and also the draft stories of him coming up was just always cool.
Mid-major guy, mid-major talent.
Yeah,
and I love that, especially when they get drafted stupid high like Carson Wentz did.
Yeah,
you know, I just like that.
Crazy what was that 4 years ago? He was in college.
Who's that?
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen.
2018 draft.
So
okay,
5.
so 5. Okay, crazy. What 5 years does?
Yeah.
5.
You
You put him in college now. He's not at Wyoming. He's at Ohio State.
Or he's done transfers.
Yeah, like it's just nuts that
any of them.
Yeah,
you know,
it's crazy.
But yeah, Josh Allen, he had to be on here.
Love that pick.
Had to be on.
I'm not wrong with that at all.
Like I'm kind of, I wouldn't say sad, but I'm kind of shocked he's not higher.
Yeah.
And hell, I made the list. I'm shocked. I'm shocked at it. But I got some people on here from my childhood that I just can't get rid of.
Oh, same here.
I'm going back to college with my number 10. I'm going Kelton Moss. I mean, I watched every game. I watched every game you ever played in college.
There's nothing wrong with that.
It was very
high school
cool.
too.
Like, yeah, I watched every game he played in high school. Multiple sports. I watched him every game that freaking Kilgore online. Like it didn't even matter. Watched 3 years of UTEP. Went to multiple different places to watch him. It's an experience I'll never get to have again unless CJ goes to college or something. But even then, it's my nephew, not my freaking best friend. Like it was an awesome experience, and yeah, I was kind of struggling at the bottom, and I'm like, I'll just throw him. Why not? So I threw him on there. So shout out Kelton.
No, I love that.
I almost put Charles Scott on here. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that was another one I thought about.
I almost
Seriously
did
thought
because
of it.
we're the same age, so I grew up with
that's
him.
Same as me. Yeah,
and
like,
I mean, I went to the LSU games. Like, I was at his signing. I mean, I met Les Miles. I met Frank.
I met Les Miles and Gary Chavis. They came to his mom's class whenever I was in 4th grade.
Yeah,
I was blessed enough that he was graduating when I was in 4th grade in his mom's class.
So yeah,
and I got to hear her talk about USC, how she didn't want her baby to move off that far. I remember it all, dude. Because like
nuts.
That was prime LSU for me.
I almost put him at. I almost put Charles at 12. I thought about it.
I
wouldn't
came
have been mad
very
at that
close,
at all.
You know,
kind of wish one of us would have done it now.
Yeah.
Oh,
be all right.
yeah.
Honorable
Absolutely.
mention.
So
Shout
we're
out
at
Charles.
10, right?
Chug
Yes.
the truck.
Number 10. I'm gonna go, and Clay's gonna love this pick. Chris Paul. And the
Warrior.
And the reason I say that is because all I think of Chris Paul was when the New Orleans Hornets.
He brought basketball to New Orleans.
He
pretty
brought
much.
and I grew up on watching Cox Sports. All their games when he was there. PJ Stojakovic, like the PJ Brown days. David West,
Big Cox logo on the floor.
the Cox, that's what
I'll be talking about that channel in a minute.
Shoot the center, Chandler, Tyson Chandler.
Tyson Chandler.
Like, and so and I fell in love with the Hornets then, and I also fell in love with Chris Paul.
Yeah.
And I followed him throughout
if
his
I
whole
would have
career.
been a fan, or if I would have been old enough to be a fan,
Yeah,
at
you would
that
have.
point.
Yeah.
Like, I remember the playoff series against the Lakers.
Okay.
I remember that. I remember watching that, but really not having any interest, being like, oh, it's Louisiana, cool, I guess. But if I would have been 10, 12, whatever, whenever like that period was happening, I would be a Hornets fan or a Pelicans fan.
Yeah.
Like, I would be.
Yeah.
But whenever I was really falling in love with basketball, it was like
absolutely
08 to 2012 where
They were terrible.
yeah.
And nobody wants to watch that.
They were so bad. Yeah.
They had, I mean, I can't even think of players, honestly, from that period. When did they get AD? 2011?
Yes.
So that was a year before I became a Warriors fan. So, yeah, there just wasn't much there. I mean, and I didn't want to root for him because I hated Kentucky.
That one team, if that one team would have stayed healthy when they got DeMarco Cousins, when they made that trade,
yes.
if they could have stayed healthy, I would have loved that because they could have made a run that year.
Yeah.
But other
they
than
still made semifinals. Conference semifinals because the Warriors beat them.
They had Rajon Rondo.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a good roster.
That was KD's.
I miss Boogie Cousins, man. He was so good.
That was KD's either second or first year with us because we went down to the game 3, I believe, in New Orleans, and KD had like 38 or something. It was semifinals.
He went nuclear. Yeah,
it was easy. But yeah, that was a good team. It was.
It really
they beat the Blazers, I believe, round 1.
Yes, they did. Yep.
Number 9.
Yep.
Number 9.
This was not intentional whatsoever. But number 9, I have Joe Burrow at LSU. I want that specified. LSU purple and gold.
I heard 9. I was like, Rondo? You going?
Yeah. Rajon Rondo. Shout out them Celtics teams, man.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, Joe Burrow at number 9.
Rondo going
LSU.
against Rondo versus LeBron in the Heat was awesome.
Dude, that was
so
prime
awesome.
basketball, man.
But yeah, Burrow, great pick. I mean,
had to, dude.
Like
had to be on here.
That one season will live forever.
Ever.
Like it will forever.
History.
All I think about is the UCF. Hit.
Yes.
The blindside.
Thank you. That's all we can say.
From there on.
But even then, like thinking at that moment, yeah, Joe Burrow's going to win us this game. We're going to come back. We're going to beat UCF.
We didn't know.
We didn't know what the crap was happening next year.
No.
We didn't even know if Joe was going to be the guy.
We didn't even know.
We thought he sucked.
Yeah.
I did at least.
We were probably thinking Miles Brennan was going to fight for him with the job next year.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, I mean, he started showing flashes in that UCF game. Like, okay, I see more.
But there was still no reason to be like, yes,
no,
Burrow.
Burrow. No, absolutely not.
And we barely knew who Chase and Jefferson were at that
Basically the
point.
same thing we went in this year with JD5.
Yep.
Yeah.
Same thing. I mean, very similarity.
Yep. 100%.
We thought he was the starter.
We had the Bama game last year.
Yeah.
Then we had A&M.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, no. Joe Burrow's, I mean, he's in mine, but he's obviously a lot higher up. But, I
want to specify, I do not love him more than Josh. It was the LSU tie-in factor.
Is that your only LSU?
No.
Okay.
Nope, got one more.
What are we at, 9?
If the Bengals go to the Super Bowl next year in New Orleans.
Versus the Saints.
I think it was Preston Guy. Tweeted. He was like, "Could you imagine a Cincinnati Bengals versus New Orleans Super Bowl?"
I like how we're having to
Mardi Gras.
I like how we're having to root for Burrow to come. Like the Saints aren't going to be there.
Hey, we're just trying to get our coaching staff intact.
Did you see our odds?
Yes.
Plus 8,000. We're down there with the Cardinals.
Yes.
Like.
Yeah, sounds about right.
I mean, like it's Cardinals and then us, and then I think Patriots, Commanders, Bears.
Just give us till August. We'll have our expectations all up high.
We'll
sell ourselves.
What are you talking about? We got Gary Kubiak's son. R.I.P.
Gary Kubiak died?
He had cancer, didn't he?
I don't think he died.
He didn't die, though. It's not the bad kind.
It wasn't the bad
kind. No.
Dude, I could have sworn he died. Or was that just Demarius Thomas?
Kubiak's still coaching with the Panthers row claw or whatever the crap that is.
Oh, okay.
He's in Poland. He's a coaching advisor in Poland.
Oh, I'm sorry, Gary.
That's a football guy right there.
Dude, that is one coach of football right there.
He must be Polish.
Holy
he must have some
crap.
He must have a
He's
mama.
from Houston.
That's a long way from Houston.
Maybe he's doing it like virtually. Maybe he's like being an advisor from America.
He's zooming in.
In the beginning of 2022, Polish team Panthers row claw of the EFL acquired the services of Kubiak as a football advisor for players and coaching staff. Wow. He could be doing that.
Dude, just go get like a D2 job somewhere. Like, I mean, there's a lot
you could
better
be an
things you
advisor
can
at
do.
Alabama.
Yeah, like hell, you could be the OC. They need one of them right now.
You can't be that bored.
My number 9 is going to basketball for the second time, Tyler Hansbrough.
I was hoping he'd be on your list.
Yeah. First basketball player that I really had as like my guy. Dang near the first athlete I was like that with. I remember the first
basketball was
the
good.
First reasoning. He's also the reason I became a UNC fan. Because Chance was a Duke fan, and naturally, as little brother, I said I want to root for the other team. And
sure did.
I went, and I'm pretty sure we looked up the roster, and he was at the top of it because he's like the best player in the country. So I made a white T-shirt jersey saying North Carolina Tar Heels and 50 Hansbrough. Still have it in my closet. I saw it the other day. So yeah, Tyler Hansbrough, he became my favorite. Loved that team. Him, Ty Lawson, Danny Green, Wayne Ellington. Like I was in 3rd grade at that time, and that was when I was really starting to appreciate sports, I guess you could say. And yeah, all because he was the best player, and Chance liked Duke.
And just got his.
I became a North Carolina fan.
Last week, got his jersey retired.
Yes, finally.
He just now got it retired?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We have standards.
Yeah.
Come on.
Okay.
We have standards.
How long did he?
African American studies.
How long ago he officially retired? Has it been 4 or 5 years ago now?
15, maybe.
He had a
It was
decent
more
NBA
than
2015?
career.
Because he went European around, didn't he, for a little while?
He went Pacers, Raptors, Hornets.
Toronto, maybe?
Yeah, Raptors. Yeah.
Oh, right. You said Raptors. I'm
Pacers,
sorry, yeah.
Raptors, then I think Hornets.
Okay, and then maybe went overseas for a little while?
Maybe.
Something's telling me he did. I don't
He
know
does
why.
like podcasts and stuff now.
I was wondering what he's when I saw they
He's
retired.
with Jeff Goodman on like that Field of
There's-
68 or something.
There's no way he has it. He's good.
No,
on
he
podcasts.
actually is good at talking.
He's got a personality.
Yeah.
That shocks me.
Yeah, Pacers, Raptors, Hornets in 2016. Then he played for the Fort Wayne Mad
There
Ants,
we
G
go.
League, and then went to China.
That's what I thought. I thought he went over there. For a while.
2022, he even played. Holy crap!
That might be the most surprising thing I've heard today.
What
That
is
he went to
this?
China, or
No, that he has a personality.
He went to Puerto Rico in 2022 and played. Just kept it going. What a career! Holy crap!
He should have had
4-time first All ACC. How do you do that?
Dude was good, man. I think JJ did that.
He averaged 18.9 as a freshman. That's insane.
He was good.
Yeah, Hansbrough, Psycho T.
Him and Gerald Henderson, baby, had some good battles down that block.
Yep. What you got, Peyton?
Number 9. One of my all-time favorite golfers, Fred Couples.
Okay.
I love
Freddie C.
smooth swinging Freddie.
There's a guy
man.
on the Dozen, Barstool's trivia show, that has a niche of Freddie Couples, and the most insane answers you will ever think of. Like they'll give him questions of in 2010 at this tournament that's not a major tournament. He finished 3rd place. Who did he finish behind? The dude knows it immediately. I'm telling Chance, it's insane.
Rap.
I bet there's a YouTube
I need to watch
compilation. We'll have to find it for it. It's scary, dude.
Holy crap!
Like
you think you love golf?
Holy crap!
And this guy doesn't even profess to love golf. He just knows it.
he likes Fred Couples.
He loves Fred
I
Couples.
love Fred Couples, man, and the ladies do too.
Yeah, I bet there's a little compilation somewhere I can
We
find
show
on
him
Twitter
after.
or something.
Yeah,
It is.
I
It's
need to
crazy.
see that.
It's crazy.
Wow,
Loves him.
I love Freddie, man. Gosh, I love it. My first set of little junior set of golf clubs were Freddie Couple golf clubs, and then from there on, man, I still watch him on the Champions Tour. Like I love Freddie. He's always been one of my all-time favorites, and he's like, dude, even like the players now, like the young player, like Justin Thomas loves Freddie Couples. Like he can relate from anybody from 20 to 70. Like he's just that dude. He's just easy to go on with. Just nonchalant. He has a great radio show on XM Golf Channel. But
How old is he now? Like 60?
Freddie's probably right around 60.
Still plays for fun though. Like
He still plays on Champions Tour and stuff. Yeah, and he's
That's the old man.
He's always like he was assistant captain on the Ryder Cup last year team. He's still.
You've been seeing the Zach Johnson stuff?
Oh yeah,
Good, dude. He might off himself.
He got pissed.
Like, he's really upset.
He got pissed.
Why is he so upset?
Dude, they
what
were
did they say?
They were saying some bad stuff.
But it's about the Ryder Cup,
They
right?
were they were
Wasn't
dogging
about
him.
mommy or daddy.
No.
Okay, that's
no,
fine.
No, it wasn't.
That's
about
fair
mommy.
game.
It got that. Apparently, it got a little dirty though. Like I mean, there were some things this past weekend that went too far. But yeah, Zach. That I was listening to actually a show this morning. They were like, they said, "Man, Zach's the most coolest laid back dude on the tour."
Was he on drugs at one point?
Zach Johnson, no.
Okay, there was somebody that won a Masters. I thought it was Zach Johnson. Had like some type of controversy.
Angel Cabrera got arrested.
That might be who I'm thinking.
He just got put out of jail. He's been in jail for the last 2 years, and he's going to play in the Masters this year.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Hey, he won it. He has
That's
that
right. Yeah.
I mean, they're not a governing body of like the law. Screw them. Yeah, good for him. Hope he wins it.
Well, they had it.
What's his odds?
They had
tell Bill.
They had to pass some. I mean, because he abused women. So
I thought it was a drug thing.
No. He hit women.
Oh.
Yeah.
We don't like that in the South.
No. Nope. No.
That might be a problem in Georgia.
Could be a problem. Yeah.
One of Uncle Vern will talk about that.
Last one, huh?
Don't, man. Don't
Last
say
one.
that. Don't say that.
He's going to take over.
I might cry. I might
Who's going to be
cry.
next?
Nobody. They should leave it empty up there.
The Masters is dead.
Just be on. When they play hole 16, it's quiet. Because there's no way.
Reruns of his.
He's going to have a closing segment.
Dude.
And he's going to say,
they're going to
for the final time.
The chairman of the Masters will come in and give him a green jacket.
Oh, my God. Dude. I really thought he was going to die in the booth. He retired from everything else. Like, for 4 days and one a year, he can get up there and just do that. Like,
well,
I really
the problem,
never thought
guys,
he would
is I'm not allowed to fly anymore because of my health.
The problem is he probably can't climb up to get up to the top. Yeah, man, that's sad. God, that's sad.
Gary Danielson available?
Oh God, no. He's Big Ten guy now.
SVP, that'd be cool.
SVP
does a good job.
He's phenomenal job.
Could ESPN buy the
handshake
Masters?
agreement?
Well, ESPN does the Masters on Thursday, Friday.
Friday. Do they do Saturday?
Because SVP does. He does 3 games.
Well, they need to buy. They need to buy Sunday then.
Yeah.
Let SVP do it.
Man,
there ain't enough money in the world for. CBS
he'd be phenomenal at it.
ESPN has money.
He'd be phenomenal at it.
Yeah.
I mean, he's great what he already does at the Masters. But I mean, to do that,
All right, Chance. 8.
Number 8, throwback pick to my childhood.
Allen Iverson.
Yep, Allen Iverson. I can't remember if he got me into basketball or a guy I'll pick later.
Great pick.
But I want to say it was him. Thinking back to my my Cox Sports days, it always felt like once I would scroll through the channels and I'll come across Cox Sports, the 76ers were playing the Hornets. It always felt like it happened. Dude, if you told me the 76ers played the Hornets 25 times a year back then, I would probably believe you. Because I'm telling you, it felt like it was all the time. I don't know how that's possible.
Eric Snow,
Aaron McKee. Okay, Dikembe Mutombo, Kyle Korver. Like, dude, that was my team because of Allen Iverson. And I think I've told the story on here before. I asked my mom if I could get cornrows.
Yeah.
And she thought I was insane. Like looking at Kawhi right now, ironically enough.
Cornrows, yeah.
And I remember she bought my first Allen Iverson jersey. It was a red one, and it wasn't even an official jersey.
You had the shoes too, huh?
I did have the shoes. I had the answers. I sure did.
Yeah.
They were red and white.
He had to be on your list.
Yeah, absolutely. He was one of my earliest memories of basketball. So,
I'm going baseball number 8, and kind of like my Baker Mayfield pick, I had to have somebody that represents my favorite team. I'm going Ozzie Albies.
Good for you, Clay.
The player that got me into the Braves.
How'd he make that shot?
He's Steph. The player that got me into the Braves, and even
just kicked off.
Yeah, it did. It did. They did just get hot. To what?
Text Dad.
No, it'd be good. But Albies was the guy that whenever Chance was watching every game in the living room, that I went and kind of just watched for Ozzie. And whenever Ozzie got up, it was fun. Didn't really root for anybody else. But I liked Ozzie. Got to meet Ozzie as well during the little tour. It is very hot. You want to go run down and turn that heat off real quick? Go do it. Yeah. Hey, well, I'll talk about Ozzie for a bit. But yeah, Ozzie's the only Brave I have on this list.
Whoa.
I mean, he's my favorite. He's my favorite Brave.
You don't like the other ones as much.
Acuna was close. Acuna was very close.
I even
to
have
the
a
top
Brave
12.
on my list.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's my only one. It's just I love basketball too much. I got a lot of basketball on here.
Which, I mean, really, in your defense, Braves didn't start getting really good to about 3-4 years ago.
And I wasn't a fan till 2019, 2018. So, and I have options. Ronnie's obviously an option. Acuna, Max Fried, I love a lot. But yeah, it's just Ozzy's my only one that I've got on here. So,
my number 8 is a Brave.
there you go. Did you turn the air on? Yeah, good, because it got really hot.
Quick.
And it must be getting cold outside, and it just hit that,
It's
that
supposed
temperature.
to drop tonight.
Yeah. It was 30 this
But
morning.
we got
Greg Maddux.
Hey.
Okay.
I love Maddox because he did it differently than everybody else.
Definitely.
And it just, he made you feel like, you know what?
He invented a baseball term because he was so different. Like throwing a Maddox is a thing where you go less than 100 pitches complete game.
Yeah.
Like that, it's a Maddox.
And didn't, wasn't throwing 94, 95, which was fast back when he was pitching, and
That's insane to think about.
Yeah, now every pitcher in
If
college
you throw
knows.
94, your elbow's hurt.
Yeah.
If you're throwing 94 and you're a righty, you're not pitching the MLB.
No.
Unless you're Jesse Chavez.
I mean, you go down to ULL and find a kid that's throwing 93, 94
you go to Weston.
now. Yeah, I mean, it's unreal. But yeah, I love those Andrew Jones, Chipper Jones, Greg Maddux, John Smoltz, Tom Glavine teams. I mean, I watched them all. I had picture frames. I grew up. I was a Cubs fan always, but I always loved Braves
you got to
too.
see some more Maddox.
Yeah, and I got TBS. I got to see all the games, and just he was almost that Paul Skeens. Like when I knew he was on the mound, I was gonna go watch.
Yeah.
I just love watching.
It's
him.
very fun watching back his highlights and stuff now because obviously, he was practically done before I was even
did
alive.
he just disappear? Where is he at? What does he do?
He does
He's
some.
just a
He does some.
down-to-earth
He does
dude,
some
man.
broadcast for the Braves, right?
Glavine
He's done,
does
oh
a
yeah,
lot.
well, Maddox done one or two.
He
where he's
came
been,
on for
called
the
in.
Hall of Fame broadcast that time.
I still see Smoltz, obviously. You still see
Yeah.
Glavine,
Yeah.
but you don't see Maddox hardly any. He could walk in this room, and I probably
And
want to
that-
know who
that
he was.
didn't
anymore.
shock
He was the best of the
anybody.
three.
Has he aged any? Like, does he look?
No, dude, he looks the exact same.
Okay, that's what I was wondering.
They had a round table. It might have been when they won the World Series.
Yeah.
They had a round table in the past 5 or 6 years, and I looked at it, I was like, huh, that's Greg Maddux.
Yeah.
Looks exactly like him. And he showed up to Cooperstown whenever Chipper got inducted, and you'll see him again whenever Fred McGriff gets inducted. Or no, he got inducted this past year. That might be when I saw him again, because I'm pretty sure he
Yeah,
went for
probably.
that. So
Or maybe
yeah,
one of the jersey retirements or something.
something. He'll be there when Andrew gets inducted, I'm sure. But he did not make my list because I couldn't pick between the big three at all.
Well, they were a little too old for you.
Well, I'm about to say,
And
what
they
age,
were
what age were
wrapping
you?
up. They were wrapping up.
Okay, I mean, I grew up
Yeah.
with it all, so
I mean, I remember watching games in
Smoltz
2002.
would have been your pick if you picked one. But
Yeah,
now
and
you
I
hate
can't pick him
Smoltz.
because I hate his guts now because he's a broadcaster and he hates the Braves on the broadcast.
I do like his broadcasting though.
Oh,
He's good at it.
the
He's
best.
doing good at it, yeah.
It just
But he hates baseball.
he tries
sometimes.
so
I don't
much
like
not to be
that.
a homer too.
Yeah.
Like the 2 games he did exclusively for the Braves, whenever it was all the Braves guys.
When he was on Braves Bally, like
phenomenal.
he was awesome because
But
he could root for the Braves.
When he talks on Fox, he can't.
yeah,
do
during
it.
the World Series, it was a different guy.
Yeah, and I'll never. If he would have been at that card show, I would have told him that too. I'd have been like, dude, why can't you just cheer for the freaking
Yeah.
Braves? But
Number 7. Yeah.
Number 7, I'm going with another Brave. If y'all can believe that. Going Freddie Freeman.
There you go. He's a Dodger.
I know. I had to do it though, man.
He's a Dodger.
He never asked out. He stuck around through the rebuild. Shout out to Julio Teheran as well. He almost made my list because that man was on the top of his game, and he never complained, and he never asked for a trade when he was one of the best pitchers in baseball.
Yeah.
Same thing with Freddie.
Which they weren't just absolutely awful. I mean, they won a division in 13. Like they were
That was
okay.
it, though.
Yeah, but they were okay.
But he was one of the top 2 or 3 pitchers.
It is baseball though.
I know, but he could have asked out. Never did. Never asked
He
for
just
money
left.
either.
after the high point of the franchise.
Yeah, he got bad. But yeah,
I'm talking about Freeman.
Oh, I was talking about Julio.
I'm talking about Freddie now.
Oh, well, he wanted money, and Chelsea wanted to go back out there because she's bougie.
Not on my list.
That's fine. But he got through the baby Braves era, and then he ushered in the new era of the Braves, and he was the closest thing that we'll ever see to Chipper Jones, I think, in a Braves uniform. It's a shame he's not going to finish in it.
I think Riley can do that.
I think Riley's the next best bet, but
what are you meaning by a Chipper Jones?
20 years, one uniform.
Acuna.
He'll leave eventually.
No, he won't.
He won't play forever, I don't think, either.
He's going to be a Brave.
We'll see.
That's the team that actually gave him a shot. No one else did.
Yeah. We'll see. But shout out Freddie. I love him. Same thing. I didn't really have to get nervous whenever he batted because I knew he was going to get a hit to left field.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. He's always going to
But always felt a sense of, like, oh, my God, I love you.
Yeah.
Please don't let me down. Final at bat as a Brave, home run, though, in the World Series.
Absolutely.
So I'll always have
and
that.
Joe Buck called it.
And if he don't get his number retired, it's going to be a bad day in Atlanta.
He's going to boo-hoo when he does.
I'm a boo-hoo.
I'm going number 7. That's number 7, right?
Yep.
Yes. My second and final football player, Tyrann Mathieu.
Yeah.
Had to be the Honey Badger. It's kind of similar to the Baker Mayfield thing where, like, wherever he goes, I'm going to be a fan. The Chiefs shirt I wore Sunday I had because of Tyrann. I had a Cardinals jersey whenever he was a Cardinal. Never got Texans gear because he was only there for like a year. But I mean, I was rooting for the Texans because Tyrann was there. That's all. That was always the other team for me until the Browns came around.
Possibly the greatest highlight reel in LSU
that
history.
Season was like I was in I think 6th grade at that point, and like that was just like everything. Like he was everyone's icon right then.
First game of the year against Oregon in Dallas Stadium.
Yep.
I mean, just play after play.
One of the craziest plays you'll see too.
Oh my God!
The bounce he got on that ball.
Yeah.
He was just
the strip fumble and gets it and then returns it.
Yes.
Knocks it out. I mean, and picks it up and it's just
the punt return versus Arkansas.
Oh gosh.
Like, and I don't think he scored on that one.
No, he did
but
not.
He went like 80 yards.
Yeah,
for
he got
70
he
tackles.
Got tackled like inside the 10 or something like that. Yeah.
Or the punt return against Georgia. In the Georgia Dome.
It's
every time you needed a play, we went to a defender / returner.
He almost took back another one that game.
Yeah. Like we knew if we needed a big play, we went to Tyrann.
Do you think he crossed the goal line on that first one before he pitched it?
No,
I don't think he did.
Didn't.
I think if we have all the camera angles of today, that gets called back.
Yeah. There's no way he did.
Yeah.
But that was
he kind of started that. You know, that whole trend of
Brad Wayne.
Did they cross the goal line?
I think people started paying more attention to it after that.
Yeah, I think he started that. So good for him, trendsetter.
Yeah.
But yeah, Tyrann, that was an easy pick. I did in my freshman year of college, I wrote an like 3 or 4 page essay on him and gave a speech about him, and because I had to do it like an athlete, and that was an easy choice for me. And just talking about his childhood, all the crap he's been through, a player that will stick with me forever. And he finally is this freaking saint, and we just started sucking.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
it happened.
Shocked it happened.
Yeah,
but
I mean, I remember whenever he went to the Chiefs, and there was the rumors, Tyrann's. He got cut from the Texans. He's coming to New Orleans. Nah.
Didn't even offer him.
He's an LSU player. We couldn't get him.
No.
Come on now.
No. Number 7. Another baseball player. Sammy Sosa.
There you go. I like it.
I mean, I grew up in the Mark McGwire Sosa battle, and I was always on Sosa's side, and I was a Cubs fan anyway, and just, man,
all the Cubs games were on TV back then.
Every
right?
one of them on Channel 9.
Yep. WGN.
And so Kerry Wood, Mark Pryor, all those teams.
Mark Pryor, dude.
Yeah,
career cut short, dude.
Yes, it was very much so.
Clay, you don't remember Mark Pryor.
I know his name. I don't remember watching him pitch.
My gosh.
Who can I compare him to? Like, dude, they thought he was
the next great one
thing.
Yeah, like Hall of Famer.
And then was it his elbow?
Garrett Cole.
Garrett Cole's done it. Like this guy was supposed to
But
be.
I mean,
and he
Garrett
got
Cole
hurt.
was whenever he came up, it was like
It's a lot similar like his come up, but and then imagine if Garrett Cole never went to the
Astros. He was just a Pirate,
and
he got
He
hurt.
got hurt 5 or 6 years in. That's Mark Pryor.
It was Garrett Cole before he went to the Astros.
Basically, it's kind of sad because dude, he was so good.
Yeah, Sosa, man. The iconic the step foot back before he hits it.
Yeah.
It steps forward and then the hop. I used to hop when I was a kid all the time.
Everybody did.
I mean, like it's just doing the Sosa. And I just Wrigley Field, I love that, man.
Yeah.
Him and McGuire, especially because they always played each other in the same division.
Yeah.
So it's just when they were battling.
And he had fun.
He
had fun playing the game.
He did, man. He always ran 110% out to right field. He full sprint out the dugout every time, man.
What's the best video of him of all time?
The flag.
Carrying the flag.
Yeah. The flag. So yeah, I had a jersey. Like I mean, I
remember
Sosa.
whenever the corked bat incident happened, and that being on ESPN like all afternoon because I think they were playing a day game when it happened.
It was a
in
day
Wrigley.
game. Yeah.
And I remember I can't remember
broke
how
and
old
went
I
out.
was. I was young and like
Said the pitcher's mound it.
Yeah, I didn't understand like what the big deal was. You know, I was thinking like, what could a cork do? And then I, of course, now understand like vibration and all that kind of stuff. And then
I didn't care. I loved
his
it.
whole excuse was that's what I use in batting practice. No, you don't. No, you don't.
Why
He's
would
like,
you?
So I can hit longer home runs to put them in the stands for the kids. That was his excuse.
What was that? It was that McGuire wound up getting 71 that year, and then
Did McGuire get 70?
Yeah, and then Sosa got like 68 or something like that.
And then Barry breaks it later.
Yeah, yeah. Barry gets 73, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the record. Yeah.
Yeah, I think McGuire was 71 that year.
Top 6.
I had Tyron at 6.
There you
so
go.
We can kind of skip over me.
My number 6 is Manny Ramirez.
Expected him higher.
Really?
Yeah.
First baseball player that I fell in love with. He was the reason. Crap, he's probably the first player I fell in love with. Because that was 05, maybe 04, like
3.
It was early on.
It couldn't be 03. You were 3.
I was 3. Yeah, I was about 5 or 6, and I remember watching them play and being like, I want to be a fan of this guy's team. And Manny being Manny, it's kind of crazy because like the complete games that I've watched this dude play, maybe 10. Yeah. Like there's been very few because even when he won the championship with the Red Sox in 07, I was 7. Like. So I don't remember a lot about that. I remember watching it and remember like being a Red Sox fan, which how much can you be a fan at 7? But even then, like I remember him getting traded, being devastated that he got traded from my team, and just I've followed him throughout after that. Wore a protest shirt to the Hall of Fame, wearing elect Manny Ramirez to the Hall of Fame.
He'll never do it.
I don't really know why I've fallen in love with him the way that I have, but yeah, it's Manny. So, and I've got this little action figure.
And kind of wildly regarded as the greatest right-handed hitter of all time.
Yeah, yet he's not in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, it's a crazy statement.
Yeah, I mean like him, Ted Williams, and that's probably about it.
That's it.
Those are probably the 2 that you think of. Yeah. It's crazy. So yeah, shout out Manny. I wish that I could have seen I wish I could have watched him the way that I watch the Braves now.
I love watching him at Boston.
Yeah, he was the best.
Him and Big Poppy were back to
remember
back.
a lot of it. You know, like I remember the whole Manny being Manny, going inside the Green Monster and all that stuff.
Loved it.
He was awesome. I remember before
it was
gained
very
all the weight too.
very hard not to have Big Poppy on this list. It was very hard. Big Poppy almost could have been where Manny is on this list because I loved. If you loved Manny, you loved Poppy.
Absolutely.
And with Poppy, I remember the 2013 World Series.
I like Johnny Damon on that team.
Oh, I love
Damon
Damon
so
too.
much fun.
But I remember Poppy after the 2007 championship. I remember 13. Like I was really a Red Sox fan then, and yeah, I loved Poppy. But Manny's my guy. So
Number 6, Mr. Fundamental himself.
There you go.
Tim Duncan.
all right.
I was a huge. I love the Mono Ginobili, Tony Parker. I love those. I miss my parents would get fussed at me because some reason they always had the late games. I don't know why. They were in the Central Time Zone.
They feel like a late team.
But they were, I guess, because they were always playing against the Lakers, and
Yeah.
there was always the West Coast because that was when they were back and forth. And I'd stay up to 11, 12 o'clock at night watching them because I those championship games they would play late games, and I just I love Tim Duncan. I love his demeanor. I love I love everything about him, man.
Yeah,
he's just an athlete that you don't see very often, especially now today. He never was about me.
No. It was hard to ever,
and I think it hurts him.
It's hard to ever hate the Spurs too.
It was
even if you're a fan of a different team,
because Mono was so fun.
They're kind of like the Chiefs.
They're
now.
just chilled guys.
They're kind of like the Chiefs,
but they didn't have a superstar.
I mean, Tim Duncan,
but he wasn't a superstar in that.
He wasn't a superstar on social media.
That's why I was going to get at. Like,
it's kind of like Drew Brees.
Like I think it hurt Tim.
I mean, Tim's a top 10 player.
He's a top 10 player all time.
Drew's a top 10 quarterback.
And it hurt his legacy some because he wasn't in the spotlight.
Yes.
It wasn't about me, and it wasn't us trying to be that star.
Because I mean, if you go off of resume, there's an argument for him top 3 or 5.
He could be 5, easily. So
his resume is as good as Kobe's.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely,
and as good as Magic and Bird. Like it's as good as all of them.
LeBron.
I mean, he's got more rings than LeBron.
And
yeah.
How I think about, and it blows my mind that nobody does it, is the glass shot.
Yeah,
I love that bank shot.
Everyone calls that the Tim Duncan shot.
Yeah,
what was I
was
played
watching horse today with some kids at P.
Did you call it Tim Duncan?
I didn't call it Tim Duncan, but I shot the Tim Duncan.
The mid range,
from like the
I was watching the Barstool Yak Challenge the other day, and someone couldn't make their 3-point shot. They said, "If you give me the Tim Duncan shot, I'd make it."
Yeah,
it's just that's what it is.
That's crazy.
Extended layup.
Yeah,
it blows my mind that not at least one person has tried to do that.
No one even uses backboard.
No, not at all.
I saw that LSU play last night that they lost.
Oh God, yeah.
I went to the comments on Collada's Twitter post. Someone was like, "Why don't they just use the backboard?" I'm like, "I know what age you are."
Yeah.
Why don't they use the backboard?
Yeah, I know.
We at 5.
Yeah.
Number 5. This might be the only combat sports guy picked today.
He will be.
And that is the notorious Conor McGregor.
Is that your only fighter?
That's my only fighter.
You didn't have the Sugar Show make it?
He ain't there yet, man. Conor made me start watching UFC again.
Ronda.
Conor made UFC.
Yeah.
Conor did. He did. He made it a $1 billion company. And without me listening to SVP and Rosillo every day on ESPN radio,
greatness.
When I was going to and from Tech, I would not have started watching the UFC because I only watched it because he was promoting his fight with Jose Aldo, and he said on that radio show, "I'm going to bounce his head off the canvas."
Off the canvas.
I'm gonna bounce it off the canvas, and what he freaking do? He bounced it off the canvas the next night, and he sold me on that fight.
The canvas.
And I watched, and I was like. Because I've watched The Ultimate Fighter on Spike TV when it would come on way back when Forrest Griffin was on it. And I think I was like in 04 or something. And then I lost interest in it because I kind of forgot about it. And then I heard him, and I was like, dude, this sounds so fun. You never heard a guy talk like this, And he goes out there.
Bounce it off the canvas.
I'm going to bounce it off the canvas, and he did it. So, and he's another one. I'm physically ill the whole day if he's fighting that night. Like I'm scared to death when he fights Michael Chandler, whenever that's going to happen, because I haven't had that feeling in a long time now. It's going to be a very nervous day.
Not that UFC's in a bad spot, but UFC's dipped since he's not
absolutely
in it anymore.
Coming back, right? Yeah, Michael Chandler.
Supposed to eventually, but he saved the sport, and
definitely.
people complain about how Dana kind of caters to him, but
he knows
he has to.
Yes,
like it's not like Conor has exploited it obviously, but he's not being like, oh, well, you got to do this for me. You got to do this for me. I think they both understand.
Mm-hmm.
Like he saved you, he's made you a lot of money, and it's like a mutual understanding. I think so. Shout out Conor McGregor. I love him dearly, and I cannot wait to watch him fight again. So,
number 5, the guy that made me love the Warriors, Harrison Barnes. Had to put him here.
You're gonna have the big 3, 1, 2, 3, aren't you?
We'll see. I got Harrison Barnes, number 5.
I know it's number 1. Never mind.
I got Harrison Barnes, number 5. I've talked about him millions of times on this podcast, and just the story of how I became a Warriors fan. It's all because of him. Still root for him to this day, wherever he's at, even though he is on them Kings. But yeah, it's tough. And also, like, first autograph I ever got was him, which was kind of crazy. Still have that on the North Carolina hat. So yeah, shout out HB.
You know what my first autograph was?
Probably LSU, huh?
No.
Really?
A Laker.
Oh, Kobe?
No, on that team back in his day.
Robert Horry.
Kwame.
Rick Fox.
Oh,
Rick Fox,
wow.
the movie star.
Movie
baby.
star, yeah.
Yeah.
He was in Holes. You remember that?
Yeah.
Rick Fox.
Why did you get him? Just because, or like?
My dad was at a pharmacy conference in Florida.
He was probably a poster boy.
And he was in the hotel, and Dad looked and was like,
That's Rick Fox.
That's Rick Fox. He brings back a business card. That's all Dad had on was the store's business card, and he got Rick Fox signed back of the Mitchell's Pharmacy business card.
There you go. Is it framed when you walk in the pharmacy?
Right. Yeah. It made me think when you said first autograph.
Number 17,
HB.
huh?
Yeah.
Was he number 17?
Yes. Yeah.
But you got it 5.
Number 5, Peyton Manning.
Oh, I like it.
He's my number 13.
I was about to say, what?
I loved Peyton Manning.
It's hard not to.
I was always for him over Brady.
Me too.
I mean, it got tough when we played them in the Super Bowl. Like, I mean, obviously I was Saints or whatever, but like before Breeze got to New Orleans, Colts were not many.
I was a Colts fan.
I was a Colts fan because of him.
Yeah.
100%. Well, the Super Bowl against the Bears, everybody was rooting for the Colts.
Everybody.
Because everybody wanted Peyton to get
now,
that ring.
Yeah.
What was your age when he was at Tennessee?
I was young.
Okay, so you weren't like really.
I mean, that was
No.
the 90s.
Yeah, that was 98, 99.
Yeah.
I mean, I was like 10.
Okay.
9 and 10.
So you were an LSU fan, but
and
die hard fully yet?
Not die hard fully yet. But
Didn't have the
01
access to stuff back then.
Yeah. 01's when I started really getting into LSU, which I'd have been.
That would be
12.
like. I mean, that would be kind of crazy. Which we kind of just went through it with Arch, but like seeing the guy from our state leave and go to a different school,
Absolutely.
you probably would have hated him.
Yeah, yeah. Today's
100%.
age, I would be
him.
on
Yeah.
him. Yeah. But that was, I mean, like, especially the way you can follow recruiting stuff. I mean,
You
back
couldn't do that
then you
back
weren't
then.
doing that.
I'm sure Tiger dropping.
You know, yeah, right. Yeah, it probably was something else.
They had
but
pen pals.
But
they went and met up at a bar and just talked.
Captain Crown, that's where he got his name from.
Dwight
probably.
Freeney, Marvin Harrison, Reggie Wayne, like Dallas Clark,
Adrian James.
Like I just
Bob Sanders,
yes.
Dallas Clark, Brennan Stokely,
44.
Yeah, Brennan
tight end.
Stokely. I mean, Dallas Clark was the
I can
tight.
go on for days,
He was
dude.
the new tight end version.
Yes,
that
he was
is
the
now.
first like wide.
He was the first Kittle and
Yeah.
Kelsey and all that.
Austin Collie.
He was so ahead of his time,
He was
man.
undersized.
Yes.
I mean, he wasn't your normal traditional tight end.
He's basically a slow.
He didn't
wide
wear a
receiver.
tight end number.
44.
Like,
Yeah. No, he
Anthony
did everything
Gonzalez.
opposite.
Anthony Gonzalez, Austin Collie.
He's like a senator now or something. Anthony Gonzalez.
Yeah.
Really?
He's doing something in politics. Either that or he's dead. One or the other. I can't remember.
Not dead.
That's one or the other.
Go 4.
Yeah. Number 4, I got Drew Brees.
There you go.
Had to be on here. He had to be high, man.
It's true.
I got to actually, I can remember all of it. You know, Clay can't because he was 6. You know, but I remember the press conference. I remember Reggie Bush getting drafted. I'm like, okay, that's a cool thing. Reggie Bush, probably the best college football player of all time at that point. You know, and I was like,
So what?
New Orleans is the state I live in.
Obviously,
you know?
you weren't even like old enough then, but like
I was 11.
Well, I'm saying, but the feeling of that, was it kind of like our Joe Burrow experience, where like Drew kind of got there, and you're like, yeah, maybe it'll work. Like this guy came from, big draft pick. He comes in, Joe came in. Oh, it's Ohio State quarterback. He's coming to LSU. Like we got it. Like, Did Drew come in and you're like, yeah, but it didn't just.
It was mixed emotions.
Did it click immediately though?
Yeah. So when it happened, I remember my dad was
You
like,
had to see it.
My dad, I said, "Hey, Dad, did you see we got a quarterback?" He said, "Yeah." I was like, "I really like it. I think it could be something good."
Because it's first round pick.
Yeah, but like back then,
He was a starting quarterback somewhere.
I didn't
already.
have a phone to watch his highlights with the Chargers. Like I was kind of going off what I saw on.
Like the draft, probably.
Were you
whenever
more
he got
excited
drafted.
about Reggie Bush than him?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Yeah, I
God,
think that's
absolutely, yeah.
I mean, I was
Yeah.
that was my thing. I was like,
But-
ooh, I wonder if they'll let him win
But
number
we
5.
also didn't know
They
about
didn't.
the
It
injury.
pissed me off.
We didn't have Twitter to keep us updated. Like, okay, he's going to be fine. The surgery went
And
well.
SportsCenter
like,
wasn't breaking news for
it
Drew
wasn't-
Brees' shoulder.
No, absolutely not. And so, but I was excited about it.
Yeah.
Because we just come through Aaron Brooks days. Like, I was just happy to see something different.
Yeah.
But
Did it click immediately?
yes,
It did?
Yeah, absolutely.
So that first year,
Yeah, we had offense. We were up and down the field.
I
Like
had somebody named Sean Payton.
we weren't had our quarterback throwing a pick and laughing on the sidelines. Like it was immediately. And from then on, it was just like in love.
yeah.
I mean,
He won the state over quickly. I would imagine.
Quickly,
I didn't have a pulse on that yet, but
I mean, it was.
He won me
unreal.
over.
Yeah, oh my God, yes.
Number 4, me.
Yep.
Klay Thompson. Going killer Klay there. How could I not? I mean, it's part of the big three.
Not the order I thought you'd go with them.
No, I thought he'd been a little higher.
Well,
thought he'd be higher
the
than the other
reasoning behind this,
Especially Draymond.
Yeah.
the reasoning behind this is because I wanted Klay traded. I wanted him traded for Kevin Love.
I remember that.
I wanted Kevin
I
Love.
remember that. Yep.
And also with Draymond came in the same year I became a fan. So I've been there every single year with Draymond. And whenever Harrison Barnes got drafted, I started rooting for Draymond to come to the Warriors because, I mean, who didn't watch him at Michigan State? Like, he was a big deal, even though he didn't go till 35. Like, it was a big deal that Draymond got drafted because everyone knew him. But so with Draymond, I've watched him come from not even playing to barely playing to taking over for David Lee to what he is now. With Klay, he'd already been there. It was only 1 year, but still, I didn't know Washington State basketball. Like, I didn't know who Michael Thompson was. I didn't really know anything about him until probably 2014, 2013 maybe, whenever, like, the Splash Brothers really started to click. Like, it took a year or two of me being a fan. But I mean, yeah, after that first championship, I was wanting us to trade for Kevin Love. Like, I was ready for that. But didn't happen. And I still love Klay now. Like, it's the love that I've had for him grows every year because, I mean, to now I'll defend him to the death, even though it's not been great.
Yeah, yes, that's real close.
It's just gonna be a new Klay. It's just gonna be a new Klay.
When my man's already saying, "I'll take a big cut," he knows.
It's gonna be a new Klay, but hey, Reggie and Ray did it. Why can't Klay? That's how I'm looking at it. So it's gonna be good.
He's in the Ray Allen stage of his career,
and he acknowledged it. He said, like, I looked up to Reggie and Ray.
But
why can't I do what they did?
Ray was still stroking.
yeah.
Clay can.
I wonder
At
if
23.
He's this
Monday night.
But I wonder if less minutes would help with that.
It would help a lot,
and less pressure on him.
That's why we got the guys. We got Pods. We got Kuminga. We got
Ray
Moody.
he stayed healthy most of his career.
Yeah.
And
I think that the injuries is almost another reasoning behind me loving Klay. Like, going through those 2 years as a fan, and like I'm already diehard. Like, this is life or death team for me essentially at that point. And then we lose him for two and a half years. Like, that moment, that night was something I'll never forget. Crying whenever that happened. Like, whenever he came back on the floor. Like, I wore a headband that every game that entire season because of him, as if I'm on the team. But yeah, Clay's special to me, but yeah, just not as special as Draymond. But I'll talk about that later. So
number 4,
yeah,
Joe Burrow. I think we've said enough about it, but I mean,
it's Joe.
It's freaking Joe.
Specified for LSU
freaking
only?
Burrow.
Specify for LSU or Joe Burrow period.
Joe Burrow period.
Oh.
I mean, the
Joe Burrow
LSU
period.
aspect is
The
obviously
LSU's. I mean, it's the top of the top.
Yeah.
But I mean,
you're always going to root for
I'm
Joe.
going. I'm going
And
to root for
I'm,
Joe.
I'm going to root for him too.
I'm going to root for Joe.
He's just going to
No
be
matter
my,
where-
he's going to be
Unless-
my third guy I'm rooting for in that
Yeah.
division.
Unless he's playing the
Unless
blue
he's
and red
playing.
team.
Yes, I
I can't do it. Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to root for him no matter.
I'm going to root for Lamar before him, and then my Browns
Which
before him, but
I'm not gonna lie.
it's tough.
If them and the Chiefs play in the AFC Championship next year,
The Bengals or Chiefs?
yeah,
Yeah,
the
you're
Bengals.
going for the Bengals.
Nah,
Whoa.
I kind of want to see a three-peat, just to say I saw it.
That didn't bother me. I could care
It'd be the
less.
first one ever.
I
think it'd be so cool though.
kind of want to see Burrow win again because maybe we have a kryptonite for Mahomes.
yeah,
Because
I can see
that would be cool to have
to
that.
find out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I mean he's 3-1 already against them. I kind of want to see that in the AFC Championship game, and if that wins, then I'm like, okay, for the next so many years, I
wouldn't
got
be-
this.
It would be a game I wouldn't be upset either way.
Well,
Yeah.
the New Orleans
know?
aspect makes it a little bit cooler where we
Yeah.
kind of down here.
Oh yeah,
Especially when we go to Media
Dude,
Day.
it will be. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
Speaking into existence.
Dude, we're going to be there. I'm
Yeah,
telling you.
Yes,
Telling you.
I'm all in.
Like, I'm going to search every week
I'm all
until
in.
then.
I got my school schedule today.
We
for
got
next
52
year, so-
weeks.
I'm all in.
We're going to be there. All right. That was your 4, Chance 3?
Going another Brave. Ronald Acuna Jr.
Really?
Yet against Austin Riley thing, I've watched him, kept up with him since basically the day we got him. And I remember telling you, we got a good one coming, Clay.
Yeah.
We got a good one coming. I remember telling Eli Little, who just signed with,
Acuna-
with Northwestern State the other day in 6th grade when I told him, we got a kid named Acuna. Give me a couple years. He's going to be great.
Acuna was the reason that you bought MLB Pass or whatever.
Correct.
Like, whenever he came up, you're like, I got to watch every game with this team.
Well, it was before that. I watched 2 rough years, Clay.
That was 2018.
I
You didn't do it much before that.
I watched a year with Matt Adams playing first base. That was before Acuna, because we didn't win the. Acuna's never not won the NL East.
Yeah.
I watched
2018
the
was
year
his debut.
before. Yeah, I watched the year before.
Because 18 was when
first
he
one I
hit the
saw.
grand slam against Bueller.
Yeah, so 17, I guess it was, or whatever. But anyways, yeah, he's won me over, man. The amount of joy he has playing the game of baseball is what's so good about
I
baseball.
love
to
him
me.
more and more every time I watch him.
You watch
best,
him.
man.
If you had a camera on
There's
just
no
him,
there's no way that he should be looked at as a villain.
no,
There shouldn't be.
He smiles the entire time he's playing, unless he strikes
The
out.
only
then
thing he
smiles in the
does is he
dugout
bat
after
flips
Ozzie.
against your team and pisses
Yeah.
you off. That's the only thing he
Everybody
does.
bat flips now.
Yeah,
Who
everyone does.
cares?
Bryce Harper does it, and people love him.
Yeah, screw
Like-
that bastard. I hate him. But yeah, I love Acuna.
He was probably my closest one to making the list.
Yeah.
He was really close. My number 3, Draymond Green. I just talked about him a little bit, but it's different with him being one that I've watched. I mean, literally every game of him being a Warrior, just about, and haven't had those big gaps of injuries like I've had with Clay, so that does impact it a little bit. I mean, I was still watching those 15-win teams where Draymond was still out there playing good defense, playing Draymond basketball, and I've had to defend him to the death for not only his own court altercations, but his own court play. Like people don't appreciate him as a player still. It's kind of
Weird seeing
crazy.
Paul
Like
George in a Pacers uniform still.
yeah, like
Yeah, it's weird.
There's rumors he might go back.
Ooh,
yeah, I've seen that.
Mm-hmm.
that'd be fun. Good for him.
But it's and Dre's on the ground.
It's still on the ground.
On the ground.
He's holding his
He's
head.
holding his head.
He's got a headache.
Yeah. But yeah, Draymond. It's one where like people.
Call timeout.
You don't know how many arguments I've had at school or.
He's still on the ground.
Call a dead gum timeout.
There you go, Kaminga. Oh my God.
Are you serious?
Hack him. Timeout.
Kerr?
Is he still on the ground?
Yeah,
He's
still
hurt.
on the ground.
It's probably a concussion. He's okay. Give him a week.
Jesus Christ.
Whatever. Y'all got them San Francisco doctors. He'll be good in about an hour.
Oh yeah. What happened?
Really?
Elbowed in the chin?
That really?
I didn't see that.
That dramatic.
I'm gonna need
Draymond, baby.
I'm gonna need another camera angle.
Perfect timing.
I'm hoping
Perfect
there's
timing.
another camera angle that looks worse.
Perfect timing. But the amount of arguments I've had at school or with just anyone that I defend Draymond as like the heart and soul and like the second most important player to this Warriors team, like for the past decade, and then them to say, "Oh, but he averages 12 points or 10 points," like that you can't look at the stats and see the impact that he has on the floor and on the team, and it's insane. He's still playing up to very, very high standards. His offensive game's looking the best it's looked since 2016. He ain't done. He's going to be fresh for the playoff run thanks to Adam Silver.
He might be really fresh. He might be out another month after this.
We got the All-Star break.
This chin malfunction.
I don't know what happened there. But, yeah, Draymond, that's my guy. I'll defend him forever. Even whenever he punches a teammate in practice, I'm going to defend him regardless. So it's Draymond. And he signed in for 4 more years. It's a guarantee. So.
Number 3, we already talked about him, so no point. Honey Badger.
Oh,
I mean, he's by far.
Is that the only one we've all had in common?
Yes, I think so.
You didn't have Joe?
Or Drew.
Okay.
So Honey Badger. Honey Badger over Joe?
Yes.
What makes you do that?
First one.
Because he's my first one, and then he gave me a little longer of greatness.
Yeah.
A
year and a half instead of a year.
Yeah, but I knew like his first play in, like he made a play. Like Joe took a while, but the Badger, man,
he did it with 2 jerseys,
and he did it just in different aspects of the game, on different special teams, defense. Heck, I wish I'd have played him on offense. I mean,
still think
might as well.
I mean, yeah, I just
wouldn't have been worse.
Could you imagine him in the slot?
Oh, yeah.
Offense would not have been worse.
I mean, imagine him like in a Debo type role.
Yeah.
I love and to be honest with you, he was one of the first guys that literally his nickname was his name.
Yeah.
When it comes to athletes,
absolutely.
I mean, the Badger or the Honey Badger, however you want to call it.
How many kids dyed their hair in Louisiana?
Dude, how many Honey Badger
happening.
T-shirts were there?
Yeah.
I mean, everybody had them.
Honey Badger don't care.
He kind of started that hairstyle too.
Like
that Patrick Mahomes wears now.
I hate he didn't really get that. He should have been invited to the Heisman. Like if he would have not,
he didn't get the send off that he deserved.
No,
either.
he did not.
Yeah, because that sophomore season, whenever it was still fully clicking and like.
He took a shot.
Yeah, he just
took a shot. Yeah,
it's like a UFC move there.
Yeah, he
took
the
upper angle looks a lot worse. He walked to the locker room though, slowly. But yeah, like with Tyron, by the time that perfect or should have been perfect season, but lost to Alabama in the championship game ended, you were still kind of getting used to who this guy was. Because yes, he had big plays his freshman year, but I didn't remember any of them happening until his highlight tape came out, essentially. And then you're like, oh, that guy, that was Tyron, like because it was a totally different player.
It was a little 2-3 star, undersized,
wearing 14
DB player out there,
and then he comes and wears 7
and just freaking lights the world.
That is whatever forever. I'll think of 7 as Tyron.
Yeah,
I will forever do that.
And really, 30, and really 7's thought of in LSU or as Pat P.
Yeah,
that's really who 7
for me. It's
was.
Always Tyron.
Yes, I don't disagree with that.
Chance.
Number 2, JJ Redick.
Yeah,
hands down my favorite basketball player of all time. Kind of like you with Harrison, like wherever he went in the NBA, whether it was him starting in Orlando, he got traded mid-season to Milwaukee, signed with the Sixers, went to the Clippers.
Never went to the Warriors.
Pels, Mavs, it didn't matter. I followed JJ.
We went
everywhere.
to New Orleans to watch him as a Clipper. We went to Dallas to watch him as a Sixer.
Yeah.
We went everywhere for him.
I absolutely loved him. One of the first basketball jersey I might have ever owned was a Duke number 4 JJ Redick jersey.
Yeah.
And
great commentator.
He might have been the first podcast I listened to as well as him.
No.
Whenever he first started
No.
Like seriously.
Nah, you listened to Barstool before that probably.
I was listening to him whenever I was going to Tech.
He didn't have a pod. He was still in the league.
He had a podcast while in the league.
Not in 2014.
I'll be looking it up in a moment.
No shot.
Okay.
No
I
shot.
think I'm right. But yeah, loved him. Dude, I loved him so much. Still love him. I think he'd be a phenomenal head coach somewhere if he wanted to do it.
It's going to be a part of the NBA Finals crew.
Rightfully so.
They announced that. Him, Doris, and Mike Breen. So that'll be
He's
good.
going to save that broadcast.
Mike's a goat still. Doris just pisses me off
Doris
because
sucks.
she's complaining too much about the rules and Draymond. My number 2 is Jackie Robinson. I've loved this man as long as I can remember. I've done tens and probably 20-ish projects throughout school of just essays or poster boards or just something where
2016.
Has that been your junior year?
Sophomore year of college.
Maybe.
I'm telling you, it was on Yahoo Sports.
Maybe. But Jackie, I've loved him forever. I've owned numerous jerseys. Like when we went to Cooperstown, that was the plaque I went to find. Loved the movie 42. Like everything about Jackie, I've loved. Numerous books I've read and actually enjoyed them. It was a pretty easy pick up here, and I sadly was forgetting about him quite a bit while making this list because I'm looking at my ESPN app favorite teams, and I don't have the Brooklyn Dodgers. So I was kind of like, I forgot about who that is. But, yeah, Jackie, glad I thought about him because he absolutely needed to be up here. Number 2.
Number 2, the flag behind me says it all. The GOAT.
Tiger
Woods.
Love it.
Yeah, I grew up during his whole career. I mean, he started 98, 99, and then from 2000 on, it was literally like watching something that...
And it was golf the whole time for you back then?
Yes.
From the jump?
Yes, from the dang jump, man.
Love it.
And what's crazy is I actually was not his biggest fan early. And then I just...
Because he was too good?
Yeah, I guess so. I was always a Phil Mickelson fan too, and so I guess I was always because I was for Phil because Phil was kind of the Peyton Manning versus Tiger was
versus
the Brady.
Tom,
you know,
that's how I was growing up too. I always rooted for Phil.
And
I don't know why. I just did.
I know, and I love, but dude, Tiger was. I mean, like he plays tomorrow, and like I'm going to watch when I get home tomorrow night. The whole thing.
Did you see he retired the TW logo officially?
Yes, I did.
So that makes you wonder what's the next logo.
Oh, you hadn't seen it? It's already out.
What is it?
It's introduced.
Is it a tiger?
It's a tiger.
Let's go.
It's a tiger. Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, they had a whole thing on it.
Google that real quickly.
He's got his whole apparel company. He's got clothes, pants, golf shoes, golf gloves, hats.
Oh, that's what it is?
Yep.
Okay.
I like that.
Sun,
I did see
day,
that.
red.
I did see that.
Mhm.
Okay.
2 words. Yeah, that one. Can't do it.
Is
Can't
it
do
written
Sunday.
in the logo?
Sun, day, red. No,
It's in the
under.
logo?
Yeah. Yeah.
I like it.
Chills.
So
That's awesome.
I mean,
Tiger.
he's
How long
just
till you
Tiger.
get a hat of that? Or
May
something?
1st is when you can start buying stuff.
Is that when his contract ends with Nike officially? Or something?
Well, no, he's wearing it this week. He's wearing his stuff this week. He is done officially with Nike. I can't believe he got rid of this TW logo because I mean that's
It's
kind of
iconic.
iconic. Like
Absolutely
I mean,
iconic.
and you see it, you know what it is.
Yeah.
It's weird to start a whole new brand and logo this late because it takes a while for that to your eyes to know what that is when you look at it.
Definitely.
So, but dude, I mean, just the highlight reel you can play on Tiger Woods.
Yeah.
Would be forever long.
You can walk up to any person on the street.
That's the thing,
in the
Chance.
World.
They know who he is.
They know who he is. They've probably never watched him.
And never watched him.
But
Like
you ask him, who's Tiger Woods? He's a golfer.
golfer.
Is he any good? Best ever. Everybody would say.
When I grew up, my whole life growing up, I said I play golf, and the first thing from anybody from
You like
12
Tiger Woods?
to 80 years old, oh, so you're gonna be the next Tiger Woods?
There you go.
You like
That's the
Tiger
saying.
Woods? I mean, I can honestly say he might be the number one most well-known athlete ever. I mean,
At least in America. I don't know how his.
it's
But like,
all over.
what is golf like in Asia? Like, if you go to
Big.
China,
Do you see all the Asians
Enormous.
playing?
really?
Enormous.
They have their own tour.
Yeah,
I just can't imagine
The
golf
Asian tour.
like being that
Because
that
whenever you
popular
hear
there.
Asia, you
Dude,
don't think of
golf
grass,
is
you
more
think of
popular
concrete.
over overseas and more than it is in USA.
See, I could see that in like
like Scotland and stuff.
And, and
oh
like,
my
like
God,
Britain and all that.
That's
stuff.
all they do.
Well, that's where it started at.
Yeah, I mean they don't have other sports really
Yeah.
besides golf. I mean that is, dude. He's
crazy.
just as big over there that he is, like worldwide.
He is the.
You could put him in a
LeBron-
lineup, and
LeBron,
Tiger
maybe.
will be the main.
It's crazy.
It's unreal.
Like
man.
LeBron's probably the only one near him.
It's and what he also, I would say, he's done more for his own sport than anybody ever.
Definitely.
I mean, what he's done for golf is unbelievable. The ratings this week will be higher just because he's in it.
And I mean, another thing that I don't think gets talked about enough for him and leads to why he's known so much. He's doing it as a black guy in golf.
That's exactly
Like
right.
Minority.
that don't like. That's why so
He
many
opened the
people know
door
who
for it.
Tiger is. Like, and you really don't
Him
see
and Vijay Singh.
even now. You really don't see many black golfers, but still, it's Tiger.
But yeah,
If you see a black golfer, it is solely probably
because of
Because of Tiger,
Woods.
yeah.
I guarantee it
100%.
was.
And that's not a bad thing. I'm not putting a knock
Yeah.
on that, but it's a testament,
Yeah,
of what he did for that demographic.
That iconic fist bump.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I mean, just that's what I wish the logo would have been. Like
That's
MJ's
cool.
got his logo.
Yeah.
I wish Tiger
That'd
would have
been
been
awesome.
the fist bump because I see that and that's what I thought. Oh,
the freaking the Masters, that last one he won, man,
2019,
Legendary.
incredible,
Dude, unbelievable,
incredible.
And, like, I
Storybook.
didn't know really his story until they made a golf game.
And you had to play through the
You
challenges.
had to play through his
make
story.
a putt at 2 years old on national TV.
Yeah,
Yeah,
And I learned so much. It's crazy. I learned
Awesome.
the most about Tiger from playing a video game.
from playing PGA Tour Tiger Woods.
Tiger Woods, yeah. But
And
God,
speaking of nicknames, I mean
Tiger.
Tiger. Eldridge is his real. Nobody knows that.
Nobody knows his real name.
No, absolutely not.
Tiger.
Oh
Incredible.
God, the head cover. I mean, just
I think we know all our number ones. Champ.
Yeah, number one, it'll have to be the one and only Chipper Jones.
Yep.
The man who made me fall in love with baseball, and
sports.
Sports probably, pretty much, yeah, because I was like 7 when I started watching the Braves, and
iconic.
I think I'm the only one that's gotten to actually meet their number one.
Yeah.
And like
I've stared at mine.
One of my favorite moments
been
of
like
my
5
life.
feet from him.
Yeah. Like getting to actually meet him this past year, shake his hand, put my arm around him, and straight up just tell him thank you. Like, I'm getting emotional now thinking about, because I got to tell the man that I would say idolized, but that has had such an impact on me. And he made me love baseball. And I got the opportunity to tell him that and thank him for helping me fall in love with this game that I still love 25 years later, 26 years later, and it's all because of him. And he ain't played in like 15 years, and it's still a thing for me because he did that. He helped instill that love for it with me. And it's awesome. And I'm so glad I got to actually meet him and tell him that kind of thing. And him be as appreciative as he was and genuine about it and genuinely telling me thank you and that I'll never know how much that means to him. So, shout out Chipper. Hidden meaning in CJ's name, too. It's Chipper Jones. It's underlying
Anybody know my number one?
Yeah, I might know it.
I
honestly thought Jackie might have been number one.
It probably would have been, but
because I didn't think you'd be able to pick between the big three.
No, I can now.
Yeah, I mean, Trey Lance is probably close.
Trey Lance he was in consideration.
Yeah, I would think that.
It's Steph Wardell, Stephen
Peyton
Curry.
Turner.
No. Marcus.
No, we all hated Peyton
Turner.
Steph, though.
Yeah.
Basketball. It's not even so much basketball is my thing because I would say football is my favorite sport still because I can sit and watch any freaking football game. But when number 30 is on the screen, I live and die with every shot he takes, pretty much, whether it be a random game in February in Utah or whatever. Like he brings me so much happiness. Like when he scored 60 the other night against Atlanta, I text Chance and I was like, I'm watching God in person right now. Like he's one of a kind. it's special. He's an awesome freaking person as well. That makes it even better. Like
no issues.
No.
Unlike Chipper.
The only issue he had was like he didn't love public housing or something near his neighborhood in San Francisco, and people didn't like that. Like that's the only thing there's ever been about him. But like people that don't even like basketball or like sports love Steph Curry. And that just makes it that much easier to love him.
Just a good guy.
Yeah, like you don't know how many times like back during the championship run, freaking Miss Tony Dark would comment on my Facebook post when I'm sharing Steph's incredible night and be like, love him. Like
everybody
freaking
does.
Preacher's wife is commenting about Steph Curry.
He makes you feel like
you can do it.
A normal person.
Yeah. We talked about it earlier with Tim. Like the top players, none of them are 6'3", 185.
No,
Look at him.
None of them are doing that crap right there.
I mean, Duncan's 7
None
foot.
of them are scoring 97 points in the past 3 games with 2 free throws. Like he is doing it in a way no one's ever done it.
He has a good time playing.
While he's shooting free throws right now.
Yeah.
Hey, thank you. Finally. He just doesn't drive enough. That's what it is. He plays the game with joy. It's beautiful. I've been to 2 games this year, and both times he has stopped and signed every autograph he could. Can't say the same for Draymond Green, but
he's got
a therapy session he's got to get to. You know.
Now, when I went to San Francisco, Dre did stop on the way back and sign a couple, but every time, both on the way to the court and on the way out of the court, Steph stopped and signed autographs.
He gets it.
And you could see it when we went to New Orleans, Chance. The
crowd.
People come for that man.
He had the loudest cheers in the stadium.
The game ended against the Pelicans, in which we won by 30 points, and there is probably 300 people sitting here by the Warriors tunnel waiting for him to finish his press game conference, in which he just scored 42 points. Like, they're waiting for this man to walk by because he's Steph freaking Curry.
Just so you can say, I saw him walk by.
Like that, like it is
closest thing to LeBron in the league.
Yeah, and they're going to be teammates. Born in the same hospital. Like everything about Steph makes me love sports, and the amount of nights that, I mean, crap, since I was 12 years old that I've spent at 9:30 p.m. or 9:41 p.m. whenever the actual tip-off happens, staying up past midnight watching this dude play. It's the best. I'll never get tired of it. I'll forever appreciate it. And, yeah, I mean, that big 3, like, as I've said, I'll sacrifice a championship. I'll live and die with 4 rings forever if I can get them 3 to just play out their career the same way that Tim, Manu, and Tony did. And I think it's going to happen. Yeah, but no one cares.
Yeah,
it don't feel like Tony left.
Well, Tony left after everybody else.
Yeah, Tony was still trying to play.
I think everybody retired, and then Tony left.
Yeah.
So it made it a little bit.
He looked around the locker room like, crap.
Who are these people? Who is Kawhi?
Yeah. But yeah, Steph's my guy. That's my guy. And
I almost put him on my list.
It's
just from watching him with
Peyton
you.
Probably
I love
loves him. Yeah, Kyle as well. Like
Absolutely.
Everybody.
He's
loves
my
Steph,
favorite
man.
current player.
Yeah, I've never not disliked Steph.
No.
Yeah,
and it's the reasoning. I mean, he gets a lot of comparisons to Mahomes in terms of like unique play style, and like I just don't think there's a way you can watch him and hate him.
I can watch Steph play every night ball.
Yes,
I love basketball, but if I'm scrolling through and I see 8 games on, I'm gonna watch him.
It's the best.
I mean,
it's the absolute best, and I'm blessed to have the ability to watch him thanks to Harrison Barnes. Because without Harrison Barnes, I'm probably a Steph hater. That's how it is. But it happened, and I'm lucky.
Yep.
Let's talk about 2009, Peyton.
Drew Brees.
Let's talk about it.
That's Mr. Drew Brees. I mean, my most favorite athlete ever. On and off the field, just what he did for the state, what he did.
He didn't leave either. He's
still
here.
Yeah, like he's still here, still does things. Like I love when you're watching the Saints game and they freaking flash up in the suites or something. You see him up there,
all
like
his kids.
Yeah, like I mean,
I saw a picture today. I was scrolling Facebook and the Saints just like posted a picture of him, his wife, and 2 people. I'm not even sure who they were. I'm sure probably somebody in the front office.
Yeah.
Just posted a picture.
Like, I mean, it's just
it's true.
the iconic of him holding his kid up in the
Yes.
Super Bowl win. Like,
And now that
I
kid's
never
probably playing quarterback this year.
Yeah, no, high school. Yeah, I mean, I guarantee he is. It just, dude.
Oh, look, Steph made a record.
Oh,
7 threes in 4 straight games.
I wonder where he's sending his kids to school at.
Drew?
Yeah. What private school
Got to
down
be
there?
Isidore, huh?
I don't. Where's Isidore at? Is that Metairie?
It's New Orleans. Like, it's in it.
See, he's living in Metairie,
he's living
right?
in Metairie, though. I mean, Newman,
County Day.
maybe.
County Day. I mean, Country Day ain't
Country
got
Day.
football.
So?
Yeah, they do.
He ain't old
They
enough.
got football?
Country Day's 1A.
They ain't good enough to have football.
Actually,
He
they're
ain't old enough yet,
they're
is he?
2A now.
Oh, he might be.
He's got to be old
Yeah,
enough.
heck, that was
2009.
Maybe he don't like football.
That was 15 years ago.
That was 15 years
Maybe
ago.
he don't like football.
I mean, he's
Yeah,
well, he's always been coaching his flag football teams.
I'm gonna do research because he's somewhere.
Dude, it's just that year. I know we talked about it. Like, I mean, freaking that Sunday morning of the Super Bowl. Like, I mean, you go to church, everybody's wearing their jerseys, Saints gear. Like, it was just literally when you saw the whole state unite and all pull for the same team, and I freaking
America.
loved it. Yeah, it was America's team that year, especially that day. Just God, man, watching him just dice, and then every year I'm like, just give my average defense, please. Like, we're just wasting away a all-time great here. Oh man, and it didn't matter who you gave him weapon wise.
Yeah.
I mean, Lance Moore. I mean, like Willie Snead. I mean, like, it didn't matter. Like,
Josh Hill.
Josh Hill.
Oh,
I mean, my guy Marcus Colston was a phenomenal player. I mean, he was like what, 4th of the last pick in the draft. So, like, God, just Peyton. Look what he did with GB Graham.
Yeah.
I mean, that was Drew Brees. I mean, he left and it was
Darren
nothing.
Sproles.
I thought about him in my top 12. I'm not exaggerating.
Sproles,
I
man.
love Darren Sproles.
Who didn't?
Just Drew, man, and just what he's done for this state and how he brought New Orleans back.
Like, no exaggeration.
Literally,
Like,
yes, brought it back.
If the Saints don't become what they did
they're
under Drew,
they're not even in New Orleans, Louisiana anymore. They're in San Antonio.
Yeah.
I mean, they're moving them. Tom Vince is moving them.
Or if they're not moving them, they're not having the success and
No,
just like
there's
fandom that they have now. Because
Absolutely
there's people all across the country that are Saints fans still because of
Drew. Yeah,
It's awesome.
Love it, man.
This was long pod, 2.5 hours. Probably the first time we've done this.
Separate them, you know.
I might could.
Yeah,
I might could. But it was fun. I think we still went 2 hours by itself, so it'll be all right. But this will be crap. This will be one I'll listen back to just to hear us talk about our favorite guys. This was very, very fun. Maybe we shouldn't have done a dozen. Maybe we should have cut it, but man, it's hard.
Couldn't have done that.
Hard.
Yeah.
We could have done 9 maybe for Drew and Joe.
Oh wow.
Did y'all have any ones that were close? I've got 8 on my honorable
Dirk.
mentions. Dirk. I didn't have Dirk written. Make it 9. Loved Dirk. Acuna.
Peyton Manning.
Acuna was close. Lamar. David Ortiz. Drew Brees. Paul Pierce was my first Celtic that I loved. And then a couple Warriors. Andrew Bogut. Andre Iguodala. Kevon Looney.
Tyler Matzik.
Nutsack.
Tyler Nutsack Matzik.
Max Fried was... Like, after Ozzy and Ronnie, it's Max.
Well, Max is going to leave.
Max is going to leave
so
next
he's
year,
gonna be dead
so that
to
sucks.
us.
Yeah.
Michael Harris will be on here in a decade.
No,
5 years.
probably 1 year.
Yeah, I love Mike.
Phil Mickelson was one of mine. Shaq. I really
Who
wanted to
doesn't
put
love Shaq, man?
Like I mean every
And he's been shoved down our throats for a decade.
our whole life.
But and we
we
still
still love him.
everyone
That's all you
loves
gotta
him.
know.
yeah.
I mean, with all the overload of the commercials, still like him.
Still. I mean,
I hate the general commercials.
I mean, last night when he freaking got his jersey retired at Orlando Magic, first jersey ever retired for Orlando Magic.
Kind of feels delayed.
I mean, you think?
They're 20.
But hey, he called out the owners. He wants to be the owner of the Magic. He said, "Whenever y'all are ready to move on,
Can he still
call me."
Can he still do TNT?
He said he'd quit TNT. Actually,
Ooh.
he said, "I'll leave TNT and come
Move my
Yeah.
family to Orlando."
Mhm.
Okay, good for him.
So
I love Shaq.
I
That's Dr.
love
Shaq.
Shaq, man.
Dr. Shaq.
Like when he walks on campus at LSU, like it's just a freaking icon. Like he is in the Mount Rushmore of every place he's been. Really.
Yeah.
I mean,
Definitely.
I mean, he's just. I love Shaq.
Gary Payton II is very close as well. He's only played for us for like 2 years, but every time he's on the floor, it's just so fun.
And you could put any Atlanta Brave.
Yeah, pretty much any Warrior the past decade besides Anthony Lamb
I'm 100%
and Brad
in
Wanamaker.
love the day of. Yeah, you can't like Anthony Lamb.
Yeah, he tore his Achilles and Warriors Twitter was
That's what
happy.
he gets. He's a bad person.
Yeah, I said his Achilles didn't give him consent to do that. Shout out Anthony Lamb in Vermont. Anything else? This was fun. 2.5 hours. Freaking let's go. Go Warriors.
This ain't how it's supposed to be. It should be just you and me.